What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant.
Yes.
I hope you guys had a great week. Did you guys have a good week?
I had a great week.
I had a great week too, man.
I know you did.
Yeah, I had a great week. I had a lot of fun looking at the comments on not only the episode, but my Instagram posts.
Oh, yeah, of
You know
course,
what I mean?
of course.
And anybody who commented on the Kanye thing because they were upset, I just want to let you know that I was wrong for not telling your mother to suck my dick from the back.
Fucking go.
For not telling your mother. No. Your mother.
Yes.
Your mother. Okay?
Talk.
No, I mean this. All you fucking Monster Energy gym bros. Your mother and her rickety varicose vein knees. I want her on her knees sucking my dick from the back where her nose is in my asshole.
Let's go.
Then I don't shave.
You said you weren't going to do this.
Okay, no, I didn't say I wasn't gonna do
Let's
this.
go.
Because what you did is made me watch a whole fucking Candace Owens documentary. I posted that thing and I was like, yo, we got a heater. This is a no-brainer.
Handled it really well, delicately, both sides,
Jokes.
blah, blah, blah. Oh.
Just funny.
Everybody knows that we hit both sides. Everybody gets the jokes. This is the ethos of my life.
Yep.
It's the ethos of the comedy we do, the ethos of the show.
On brand.
And the amount of people.
Let's
They'll go,
fucking
now, first of all, if you're just like racist and anti-Semitic, go fuck yourself. We don't care.
suck a dick.
Also that too. But,
Thank you.
But here's the thing. You don't get to suck my dick from the back like these people who comments mother.
They don't get the privilege.
No. Those people get to do it because when they start saying sell out and like, oh, you sell out for the fucking mainstream and that kind of shit, that shit bothered me. And I know that there are people right now going like, oh, we're living rent-free, we're under your skin. Yes, you are. And I'm the wrong guy to be under their skin because I got lots of time. I have lots of time. I really want to just start screenshotting every person that commented and then bring it up today one by one.
At one point he said, we should just take some of the commenters randomly and just talk about how ugly they are. Or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
No, I want to comment on them one by one. But but I understand there are other things going on in the world. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, the women that birthed you,
Okay, don't do this.
your mothers, should suck my dick from the back.
Come on, find peace.
Okay?
Find peace.
Nose in my asshole, balls slapping their hairy chins. Okay? That's what I want from the bottom of my heart, because you made me watch a whole Candace Owens documentary. Which was quite eye-opening, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yo, Candace is kind of on to something. I just gotta say. Okay, what I didn't know, okay, first of all, the reason why I watched this documentary is because a lot of the pushback was about the George Floyd thing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like the most case closed situation.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, maybe there's gonna be pushback about anti-Semitism. There's a lot of people who fucking hate Jews. They don't even know that they hate Jews. They think it's okay to hate Jews. We got that one comment that was fucking hilarious. There was, oh, so hating Jews is mental illness. Right? So I'm like, okay, there was gonna be it. But then when all these people kept going, yo, you don't know what you're talking about. The fentanyl is what really killed George Floyd. Did you know that it was that disputed?
No.
I heard of that theory. I didn't know it was
Heard the
that.
theory, didn't know it
This
was.
was like a fringe theory, like
Yes.
lizards are in the government. I thought it was that crazy in terms of conspiracy. But all these people are tapping into this fentanyl thing, so I go, fuck it, I gotta watch this goddamn fucking Candace Owens documentary. So I watched this Candace Owens documentary. Documentaries are fucking they should be illegal.
Dude,
Documentaries should be illegal.
100%.
You should need like FDA approval
A
for
license
documentary.
or something?
It's
Bro, you need to be
brainwashing.
licensed for it. That's way more dangerous than a gun.
I agree.
Don't let people do documentaries. Give everybody a gun, no documentaries.
I
America
agree.
will be fine.
I agree. I don't trust documentaries because you have however many hours of footage you edited down into the most 90 convincing minutes you possibly have of just your side. No documentaries like, hey, one side says this and the other side says this, and you pick your own truth and see what it
That
is.
shit was-
This is the facts. 90 minutes back to back, edited down.
Oh, and they got
hundreds
music.
of hours of footage.
There's music
Let's
involved.
take the 90 most crack minutes,
Yep.
the most fentanyl minutes,
Yep.
and put them into that 90 right there.
100%. And to also, when I was getting all the backlash on Instagram or YouTube or even DMs and shit, they were saying all these things, and this happens all the time when like people have like these fringe ideas, right?
Yeah.
It's like they know so much about their fringe idea that you don't know, so there's nothing you can say, right? Like when people talk about UFOs and that kind of shit, they're like, well, technically the way that the flight pattern was going, I don't know about flight patterns.
Yeah.
You're right. You can say anything to me that you know more about than me.
9/11.
And I can't push back.
I'm not a structural
The
engineer.
beams of the thing, and what
don't
am I
know.
supposed to say? No, that's not how beams are.
Yeah,
Right?
I might be onto something.
Exactly. So, that shit might have been, bro.
That is, right?
You know, if Candace Owens put out a 9/11 documentary, I believe in 9/11.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't believe in it now?
Honestly, before 9/11, it went 9/10, 9/12. Now, I believe in 9/11 100%. So Candace made me believe in numbers, bro. So she puts out this documentary, right? And her point of the documentary was, and also I blame Dave Chappelle for this shit, because she was like, I wasn't gonna do this until it became personal. And she played that Dave Chappelle clip of saying she got a stank pussy mad times in the documentary.
Okay.
And I think that hit her, bro.
Okay.
I do think, because that's for women, that's, you know what I mean? Especially if they got stinky pussies, that's a real fucking issue.
You have to
Like,
have a stink pussy.
I'm not saying she does.
I
Don't make me a documentary.
am.
I'm not saying she does. I think that shit smells great.
I think it
I
stinks.
think that shit-
I think it stinks allegedly.
You think it stinks allegedly?
Yes.
Well, there was one allegation thrown out there.
Yeah.
Okay? And she makes this documentary. And the idea of the documentary is essentially that Black Lives Matter is a scam, a fraudulent organization.
Not the craziest theory I've ever heard in my life.
Now, there's a lot of evidence to prove that that is true now.
Yeah.
Okay? If you watch that documentary, you will believe it, bro. Yo, they got $90 million. They're giving $2.5 million to like Toronto trans organizations, right? They're giving millions of dollars to the Friends. Like this woman, Patrice Cullors, who runs the organization, right?
Fuck that bitch.
Say it with your chest.
Fuck that bitch. She set back the movement decades, bro.
Yo, because
Fuck that ass bitch. Straight up. Yo, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you.
You're allowed to say it. Yeah. No, you're good.
Yo, what do you want to do, bro? What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Wait, let me cook up. I hate that bitch, though. I hate her more than Candace Owens.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Now,
see that.
I understand the frustration because what Al, you even texted the group, she set back the Black empowerment movement decades because it's going to be very hard for the average person that donated to this thing to believe in the future that the same thing won't happen, right? So I understand that completely, right? But so what she's doing is she's exposing later on in the documentary, she's like where all the money goes. She's like tracking it because you have to file these IRS reports, right? So you can see where the money goes if you're a charity. You don't have to pay taxes, but you got to show what you're spending the money on.
Right.
So they're going like, she hires her brother to do, she has baby daddy to do security. She has her brother to do the video stuff, which we would all do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. We would, and like, I give a little bit of pushback in that regard. Like, if you got $90 million, I'm gonna hire y'all. Do you know what I'm saying? Akash is the head of, I don't know, haircuts or something. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is, you're gonna
I
throw
need about
the money around.
$1.5 million a year for that job.
Yeah, exactly.
at
You're gonna
least.
throw the money around, but at least when you get caught throwing money around to the homies, you just go, you got me, yo.
Yeah.
They still play the victim. I'm being attacked. I can't believe Candace Owens is out here doing all this shit. So I could see the frustration with that, especially with the people who already didn't fuck with Black Lives Matter. So if you already don't fuck with Black Lives Matter and you see that the organization was involved in some scammy shit, now you're like, see, I was fucking
She was
right.
living in like a $5 million house.
Oh, they bought
like,
property everywhere.
Yeah,
son.
mad
it's-
properties,
Can't
5
even
houses.
say Black Lives
They
Matter
got a show
now.
coming out of Home and Garden.
What?
Yeah, they got a Flip It show.
There's no way.
No, they got a.
That flip.
That's fucked up, yo. Yo, they're gonna have Mexicans doing the renovations in the fields and shit like that.
You didn't
Fuck,
know that?
bro.
No, they got a bunch of trans coming in and building that shit mad quick.
Shit,
No,
flip it
for
up.
real.
No, that's
Flip it up.
empowering. That's empowering.
Yo, but the
Flip
shitty
it and
part,
snip it.
the shitty part, you can't even say Black Lives Matter without giving the disclaimer. It's like, oh, I'm talking about the movement, not the organization. Like, that shit sucks.
Yeah, they fucked the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, so you see all that. That's very convincing and also very frustrating, right? There's the George Floyd part. And her issue with George Floyd, she says that it's fentanyl that killed George Floyd. That's what she's saying. And then there's a lot of people who haven't even watched the documentary. They just fucking heard that narrative and they're just running with it. And it's so obvious now I've seen the documentary, okay?
Yeah.
Now, the big issues I'm learning are now is the way that Chauvin had his knee on Floyd's neck, he wouldn't be able to choke him out. Now, yeah, that makes sense. You're not gonna choke somebody by putting your knee on the back of their neck. You've never seen anybody do that in fucking jujitsu, right? You choke somebody by going like this and pulling, right? So what people are jumping in that and go, well, I guess he must have died because of the fentanyl. And we're gonna get to another point that I wanna get to in a second. Now, did he have fentanyl in the system? Yes. They also say, and they pick up the most specific words. They're like, he had a lethal amount of fentanyl in the system. You don't know what's lethal to somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, we were at Burning Man. There's a lot of people who had lethal amounts of drugs in their system.
Yes.
It did absolutely fucking nothing for a week.
100%,
You don't know what's lethal to this man.
These
okay?
guys probably love rock music, and like Keith Richards has done a lethal amount of every drug.
Exactly. Especially if you are a user, your tolerance is gonna be way higher. So you don't know exactly what it is. And furthermore, These are the same motherfuckers that during COVID, they were like, oh, they're over-reporting the amount of COVID deaths. You know, you're old and you die and you have COVID in your system, it's because of COVID. You have a heart attack and you die because you have COVID in your system, it's COVID. They blamed everything, remember? They're like, this is the government, they're over-reporting it, they want us to be scared, etc. If you have COVID in your system, doesn't mean it's a COVID death. There are other comorbidities that could have killed you. And the second fentanyl is in George Floyd, but that's the only way that motherfucker could have died.
It's a fentanyl death.
It's a fentanyl death. If you got fentanyl in your system and a guy fucking sits on your neck for 8 minutes straight while you say you can't breathe, it must be fentanyl. That's the only reason.
That's a heat-ass point.
All I'm saying is, so keep that same energy, yo. One of those, you gotta take all that shit back about the COVID deaths and say the government's 100% right on that, which I know none of y'all will do. Pussies, your mother's nose in my asshole.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Or you gotta say, you're full of shit with this fentanyl thing, which you are. Now, I think that fentanyl does play a part in it. So George Floyd had this enlarged heart. With an enlarged heart, you need, he had this other fucking thing, I don't know, I'm not a goddamn scientist, we can look it up. But basically, it's harder to get oxygen to your system. When you've got a guy compressing you, he didn't die from being choked, he died, I think, from a pulmonary heart attack, or cardiopulmonary some fucking shit.
I want anybody to breathe with a grown-ass man putting all his fucking weight on your fucking back, scapula, whatever the fuck
and
they
he's
say,
hyperventilating because
he's... And he was already complaining about that he couldn't breathe.
Yes.
So it's like, the guy broke all protocol because whenever you're arresting somebody, if they talk about, hey, I'm having health issues, you're supposed to treat that. He didn't even try acknowledge it at all.
100%.
And the guy George Floyd, there was a point where he wasn't even moving for a long period of that time. So there's no point to have your body on him to restrain him anymore. You only do that just to make sure if he's trying to resist.
And you're saying this because you've been in law enforcement and you know the actual rules, just to put this out there.
Sorry. So
no, I'm not saying, this is good that you put it out there. What you're saying is this is what you were trained to do when you had to resist people.
So it's like we were taught that, yes, the knee on more so like the back area to just, if somebody's trying to resist. The moment they stop resisting, now you take the pressure off.
Right, exactly. Now, they're going to make the argument that he was resisting. He was resisting tons throughout it, and I'm not going to discredit that. But what's very interesting to me is if you're purely looking at him being choked with the knee, of course you're going to disregard the whole thing and say it must be fentanyl. If you're looking at a guy who isn't able to get the amount of oxygen that he needs in his system because of a heart issue as well, and you're applying pressure on him while he's on the ground, restricting the amount that his lungs can move, that's what leads to the death. You know that game, I don't know if you guys play this when you're kids, but like you go up against a wall, you put your arms like this, you take a few deep breaths, and then your friend pushes on your chest, and then you pass out. We literally did this game as children. And what do? You pass the fuck out. Now imagine you just kept doing that for 8 minutes straight. You don't just pass the fuck out. You die. Okay? Your mother.
What about their mothers?
You know what about their mothers.
I forgot.
You know, I gotta help her up after she sucked my dick from the back.
Okay, got it. That's suck my dick from the back. I forgot.
Are you on your knees if they're sucking from the back, or are you just bent over?
I'm bent over.
Okay.
I'm bent over responding to the comments. Okay. Yo, ask where your mom is at. Anyway, so yeah, that's my reaction to that. And what I would say to anybody who commented or anybody who was seeing it, go watch the documentary that you suggest. Just simply go watch it. And find out the exact cause of death. They're going off the bullshit narratives as well. What I will say this is the way that the mainstream media reacted to it was to call it a choke. They used this language and they didn't describe what happened in the most honest way, which left the room for other interpretation. If they were just honest about it, they'd be like, listen, this guy had an enlarged heart, he had fentanyl in his system, which is gonna increase not only blood pressure, but your level of excitedness or whatever, and cause you to have more anxiety. And when you have more anxiety, you need more oxygen in your system, and he doesn't have the heart that can kind of pump that through. So, but the main catalyst is this grown man fucking laying on you. Right? So it's like, if you just simply laid it out like that, now of course they don't want to lay it out with that because they have one narrative they want to push. So I'm all about you going, hey, fuck, the mainstream media can choose a narrative and then run with it no matter what. We've seen this happen time and time again. But to act like the opposite of that narrative is true simply because we know the mainstream media can put out falsities is also bullshit.
Yeah, this isn't the example to prove that with.
Exactly.
Because then you're going with the alternative that he was killed by fentanyl and he just wasn't.
Exactly. Did it play a part? Sure. You don't know how much.
Yeah.
And Candace acts like she knows how much. You never done fentanyl.
You
know what I'm saying? Like,
he died on May 25th. Would he have made it through May 25th, 2020 had there not been someone's knee on there?
yeah. I mean, even one of the corners that they try to use the thing that he says for like the opposite information. They're like, he goes, was there a lethal amount of fentanyl in him? He goes, I would blame this death on fentanyl if he was just at his home doing nothing.
Yeah.
And they tried to use that as a way to score points for them.
Yeah, I
no
know.
dummies.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. There were points in that doc that like
They refuted it and they didn't realize it.
Or were they trying to be balanced?
No, I know.
No.
Oh yeah, Candace Owens. Yeah.
There's nothing balanced about that doc.
The guy saying I can't breathe because he's claustrophobic. That's what claustrophobia is.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna run out of oxygen.
Yeah.
That's the whole
I
thing.
will say that George Floyd did do some shit that didn't make no sense.
Like what?
When they pulled him out of a car and they tried to put him in the back of a car and then he was like, I can't go in a car, I'm claustrophobic.
Nah, yo, son.
I was like, well, you was just in the car.
Nah, you just feel trapped, bro. That cage there, your hands are behind your back. You just feel like I can't get out of here. If it's my car, I get up, walk out, no problem. If I'm stuck in this squad car in a fucking cage, you're just freaking out.
I see what you're saying. It's
Yeah.
not car to car.
I know because I'm claustrophobic homosexual as well.
Cross diagnosis?
No. My claustrophobia is my homosexuality. But
Because the
I'm
closet
like-
is so small.
And I can get an elevator with all y'all, but if I got an elevator and it stopped for 30 seconds, I would freak the fuck out like you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like you would all lose respect for me forever. If you had it to begin with, it'd be gone
really?
forever. Yeah. Freak the fuck out.
Oh, this is so much more fun.
So, just not,
Somebody
so-
please hit the.
Son,
We gotta
do
hit
this.
the alert.
I got stuck on
emergency
a train
shit.
for 50 minutes in between stations, and then like the doors are locked, so you can't go in between.
Yeah.
I was falling apart. I had no cell phone service. I was just fucking sitting here, diabetic next to me, pissing on the train. At one point, I'm like, in this New York, they don't give a fuck. I'm like, guys, are we gonna get the fuck out of here? And everybody's like, this motherfucker. God damn,
That's
dude.
why you gotta ride on the top, dude.
That's why we do that, yo.
telling you,
That's
bro.
why we do that.
No
Happy
claustrophobia.
Diwali, yo.
Let's go.
That's how we do that shit. I'm comfy on top.
Exactly.
I need the air in my mouth. You know what I mean?
Fucking great.
But I don't get the implication of this. People are like, oh, are they trying to say that Chauvin should not get the charges that he got?
Oh, son, the funniest part is before that,
Yes,
I would
they
never
are.
know him
Yeah.
to do anything like this. Don't they say that about every murderer in every fucking documentary you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest, I don't think that his intention that day was to go out and kill somebody.
no, I
I
agree.
don't believe
I
it.
agree.
Here's what his charges were. They were second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree
Yeah.
murder, second-degree manslaughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's.
I think that we can all agree that those are accurate.
So if we acknowledge
Yeah.
George Floyd had a large heart and fentanyl in the system and was also had a guy's knee on his neck, does that change?
And even call it back. People go, oh, the
I
knee
know.
on the.
That's what I'm saying. I'll even.
It don't
give-
matter. He
Right.
had weight on him
on his
while
lungs.
his chest was on the ground.
Right.
Do you remember when I was in the fucking when we were at Shifty's party at Six Flags and they put the goddamn roller coaster shit too tight?
Mm-hmm.
I made them stop the thing and open it because I couldn't breathe. I'm like George Floyd.
Yeah.
It's to me. It was to me.
Hey, we are George Floyd. dude.
Akash being on a completely empty subway and when it was stopped for 3 minutes,
Yeah.
that's like George Floyd.
Exactly.
50.
50
I mean,
minutes.
it's a long time not be able to breathe.
I'm just telling you, Al, what? You're having a hard time digesting this. I know. Listen, without the fentanyl, these things are
He's
difficult.
just jealous because he's not George Floyd.
That's
You know what
true.
I mean? He's just jealous.
She put that shit down on my nuts. I was George Floyd too, bro.
Yo,
I was George Floyd too, bro.
Al doesn't have to worry about any more abortions, bro. Because he got his dick was crushed and he was whining the whole
The
time.
payback.
Let's talk about that. But do you want to button up this topic?
Yeah.
Anything else?
So I want to say one thing. There were mad people that reached out and they're like, yo, Schulz, I think you got this one wrong. They're like, yo, Schulz, I fuck with you. I think you got this one wrong. I respect that. I respect that because that means that you actually ride with us, you like what we do, and you like what we put out, and we have a difference of opinion, which is great. We could have a difference of opinion every single fucking day.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
like
care.
feet in a weird way.
Exactly.
And I don't agree with that.
And you're stupid for that. But
I don't think
I
that's true.
accept you for that.
Right, I
But
accept
are
you and
fucking
your feet
dumb
thing.
for that.
I accept you and your weird,
you're
gross-
dumb for that.
your
100%.
yeah.
I was looking at your feet yesterday inside the back.
he was. That shit was mad weird. We're in the.
Yo,
Yo, he
bro.
had his feet next to his face like
So
this.
why you looking, bro?
Because his shit looked like statue feet, bro. He has some nice star. He has some nice. I almost said Star of David. Statue of David.
You would, yo.
I would. I'm part of the Jewish media.
Yeah.
He tried to compliment me in not a gay way. He like was thinking it so hard, like how to say it.
It wasn't a compliment. It was a fact. Your feet are statue. Bust your feet out right now and look up a goddamn statue.
No, you
Looks
gotta
like
pay.
a
You gotta pay
There's
for that.
no
shit.
way.
Deadass.
No.
He got statue feet. I don't think statues got the nicest feet, frankly.
Wait,
Oh, so,
Frankly.
So it's a compliment or it's not?
I mean, he got some Allison Hightowers. You know what I mean? He got some Allison Hightowers. You know what I mean? He was coming with the green coats. He got some green coats, bro. That's all I gotta say. But to button this up, I appreciate y'all who all said that because it's okay. We're okay with disagreeing, and you understand what we're trying to do with these jokes. Everybody who used this as an opportunity to just try to dunk on me so you could impress your little echo chamber, you're not fans of what I do. You're not fans of this podcast. Go fuck yourselves. This is not for you at all, okay? You might have agreed with us on some other points. Go suck dicks. And if you can't, I nominate your mother as tribute.
Yes. Fucking
Okay? Now,
Like a pinch
what
hitter?
else we got?
A pinch hitter for sucking dick? Is that
Yeah,
what you
pinch
want?
hitter for sucking dick. 100%. And your
shit,
mother
let's
would be a
go.
great pinch hitter for sucking dick.
Glock, glock.
But Candace Owens, I don't want no smoke with you, lady. Yo, that lady is wild, bro. If
Yeah.
she sink her teeth in you,
Oh, you're fucked.
it's a problem. She's
Yeah,
Valerian the Dread, bro. Yo, nerd asses don't even know that.
Nope.
In your gyms with your Mountain Dew. You know what I mean? Y'all don't even know all the dragons, bro. Candace Owens is Valerian the Dread, bro.
I'm like, in my head, I'm like, damn, dude, I cut what I said about this bitch a couple seconds ago.
right?
I love
she
Candace.
don't
I got
play.
nothing bad to say about
Whoa,
her. Okay?
whoa,
Respect.
whoa.
Weird.
Respect to Candace, dude.
That's
Really,
weird.
Yes,
bro?
100%. Don't hurt me,
weird.
So you
Candace
like
Owens.
everything that she does? You stand behind it?
Don't hurt me, please.
He's the reason why we got these fucking Nazis listen to this goddamn podcast, bro.
Oh no, that's both of y'all. Y'all be trying to one up each other on this shit. Yeah, that red pill bullshit. Bro.
You saw my uncle on the overpass in LA? You saw that
Yo.
shit?
Is that real, though?
It wasn't him. No, it wasn't my uncle.
No, not your uncle, bro. Come on. No, but is that a real thing or is that a photoshopped image?
I have no idea.
Wait,
What's
if
the
Kanye
deal?
was right? Yeah, that was real.
That's a real thing.
That was a real thing.
Real thing.
But could someone have paid them to go do it? False flag.
No.
Now, explain
They've
what-
also done that outside of Auschwitz.
Explain what a false
Yeah,
flag
Jewish people
is.
ain't paying for nothing, dog. Come on.
Yeah, that's a good
Explain
point.
what a false flag is.
So basically, like, you stage something that looks like it's against you, but actually you paid for it in the first place.
So if you wanted to drum up more sympathy for your cause, you would have somebody do something racist or anti-Semitic towards you so you could point at it and go, see how much people hate us. I would agree with that up until this last week. There's enough hate for the Jews out there, boy. Let me tell you something. There's enough hate, bro.
Yeah. As I was in the spin cycle last week, because I thought we could get to like fun nuance points of talking about why
Stop trying to
all
do
that.
this.
But let's
Don't
just
do
go
this.
back to the beginning.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
No.
Because
Hey.
he's
No.
Oh, no,
No.
he came correct today. Here
Oh,
we
he's
go.
wearing military jacket.
Get the lights
Anti-Semitism.
ready.
Anti-Semitism
Tell
is
us
a
about
very
anti-Semitism.
old hatred of the Jews because there are Jews. Let's just be simplified in that. So, anyway.
So Dev, when you saw the tiki torch motherfuckers, you think the hate was just on me? You don't think that was on both of us?
They were
motherfucker?
yelling, Jews will not replace us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that shit
no,
is a
we've
lie.
known. So people, like, I misspoke in terms of saying, like, let's go nuance. Let me talk about my experience when he was asking me.
But who thinks the Jews are going to replace us? I mean, you just add some pollen to the environment and
See, I'm trying to get back to that point where we can make fun little Jewish jokes.
I mean, it's possible, right?
For the most part, in all seriousness, like I didn't speak on what is the far majority of people that have experienced anti-Semitism and are going to continue to experience it. They're not going to be, as they say, like people say, oh, they're paranoid that can happen again. What they will be, the paranoia is gone. Like this extremism, these shootings, this shit can happen. The Gaslight Brigade, cut me off. Enjoy the comments, my friends.
cut you off.
Anyway, so
Okay, you
fuck
got it
Kanye,
out.
thanks.
You're good again.
Can we talk about you hitting the micro at Six Flags?
Oh my God. Shout out mushrooms, bro. Shout out motherfucker. You know my voice is gone for 2 days after eating mushrooms.
What happened?
I ate mushrooms. That should take your voice away.
No, it don't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it don't.
What took my voice away? Me screaming on the roller coasters out of sheer terror? You think that's what
No,
took my
you-
voice away?
you-
Him
tried-
responding to the YouTube comments in his room alone.
He's practicing in the mirror. He's like, suck my. Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay, all right, so we go to Six Flags for Shivy's birthday, right? And And I do not like roller coasters. I'm afraid of heights, and I get
Same.
motion sickness.
Same.
Yeah.
So it's double up, right?
Yeah.
Like these are the worst things for me. But I'm like, yo, Shifty, I love you. We're gonna do a couple roller coasters. The first one, I go, I don't even know if I want to do this one. These motherfuckers start bullying me, right?
Which one was it? Nitro.
Was it Nitro the first one?
King the Cop.
King to Ka.
King to Ka. It was King to Ka, right? We go on the first. This is some real shit, okay? They go, sit in the front row. I go, I ain't sitting no fucking front row. So they go in the front row. I go in the second row. I'm right behind Dove, right? Dove is already high, floating off of mushrooms, right?
Lying.
This one right here, King to Ka, it goes 0 to 125 miles per hour in like 1 second.
Yeah,
okay?
that's just Alex driving.
It is
Easy.
Alex driving 0 to 125 in 1 second, right? And then that shit goes straight up like that.
That sounds awful.
Okay, listen, 0 to 125, straight up, right? Dove is in front of me. I'm right behind Dove. I'm in the seat. I'm fucking screaming. I'm going like this, mouth open. Right? Like this, screaming like that, top of my lungs. All of a sudden, I hear Dove go, ah, right? And then literally a fraction of a second later, liquid hits me right in my fucking mouth. Remember when I came on the side of my face? That's what happened exactly with Dove, right?
Whoa.
Now we're in the beginning. We're in the beginning of the ride. It hits me inside my face. I'm locked in this fucking seat. I can't get my arms to my fucking face to wipe off the saliva that's on my lips and tongue from Dove. So I gotta do the rest of the ride just like trying to blow his saliva out of my mouth. That was my first ride.
Yeah.
After that shit, I said, give me mushrooms. I'm
Y'all
done with
niggas
this.
tongue kiss, bro.
We tongue kissed, bro.
Tongue kiss,
I was anti-Semitic for at least 30 seconds on that ride. I understood it. I might have put that flyer up in LA. I might have called some people.
Do you think did you catch it?
I did, bro.
Really?
My IQ went up 20 points after I got some of his saliva.
That's fire.
See, positive stereotypes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so then we all get some mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Mark takes more than half. How much did you take? We were supposed to
forced me.
split it.
You bullied
I didn't
me.
force you. I was
Yes.
trying to be even with it.
No. You took half, and then you were like, yeah, take this. And I was like, oh, did you take the smaller half? And you were like, yeah, I'd never done mushrooms before, so I didn't know what to expect.
Cap.
Yeah, I did take the cap, actually. That's a great point.
It was a chocolate bar, son of a bitch.
Sorry, but for the joke, okay? Anyway,
Alright,
so
fine.
I took the greater half
Yeah.
so that you wouldn't fall apart.
Yeah.
And evidently you still did.
Yo, first of all, can I just say how childish y'all are? Y'all are fucking childish, bro. We gonna play go-karts, right?
Like grown-ups.
Like grown-ups. We gonna play
You're still
go-karts
salty
like
about
go-karts,
this?
right?
How are
It's
you still
go-karts
salty
like
about
grown-ups,
this?
right?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers get to go out first.
Yeah.
Said you was ahead of us.
You picked wrong.
Nah, you was ahead of me, son.
Oh, outside. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
dumbass.
I mean,
But we were almost
Okay.
lapping him. That's why he was ahead of
to
us.
go out first. This motherfucker, Jamil, is the most, I don't give a fuck about shit, person in the world. Mark or Alex, I forget which one of them, rear ends and spins him around on the go-karts. Jamil ain't even trying to win. If you just said, yo, Jamil, can I get by you? You'd be like, yeah, sure, man. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Spins him around, right? They stop everybody on the go-kart course, right? Who don't stop? Everybody else just stops for safety. Mark and Alex.
No.
No, stop it. Mark and Alex. Alex is up front. Mark is right here. Alex is looking at Mark trying to take advantage of the stop moment.
Yeah.
Right? So Alex keeps going, and they both do this at the same time when they're getting yelled at on the loudspeaker. Please stop. They just go. They put their hands up while they still got their feet on the gas. They go. Oh, yeah,
I got mixed up which one was gas. I got mixed up.
up. We're not moving at all. What are you talking about? Childish. He's 43 years old. The guy's 43 years old. He can't take his foot off the motherfucking pedal.
What were you doing? What were you doing?
Yeah, I was trying to do that shit too. I was trying to catch up. I had a lot of distance to me.
I was Anthony Hamilton in this bitch in first place,
Yo, this
of
guy
course.
is crazy.
And then
Who is
this
Anthony Hamilton?
You was Caitlyn Jenner, motherfucker. You
Whoa,
gave me a rear end.
Who is
Jamil.
Anthony Hamilton? You're talking about Charlene? His name is Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton.
Whatever, it's a Hamilton. Why the fuck
Yo,
it?
I
The president.
swear to God.
You were this guy?
The president. He was never president.
Nah, he's president. The black guy in the play.
American singer-songwriter Anthony Hamilton?
Lewis Hamilton, bro.
So
Come
he
on.
races really good too. So I was in first place, of course.
Yeah.
And then Mark, I look back, tried to cheat at that moment. So I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'm not gonna let you close the gap. So I kept going and I didn't stop until you stopped. That's all Mark.
Wow, how is it me?
That's all you were
That
cheating.
made a lot of
No,
sense,
childish,
yo.
bro.
I couldn't
These
hear them.
motherfuckers is
I
childish,
couldn't
bro.
hear them.
You were cheating.
We were going the
But
wrong
it's also
way.
your fault that the whole race stopped because you didn't want to hit
you
the wheel.
spun him out.
He ain't let me get
You don't
past.
believe him, but you saw like
He ain't
Candace
let me
thought
get-
Black Lives don't matter no more.
And he ain't let
You know what I mean? It's over.
I thought I spun out shoe.
Nah,
Hey, don't do that, yo.
I
I
you
just
spun out
bumped him.
Jamil. You
Yeah.
spun out your own, son.
Son,
You
he
spun out
didn't
your
let me
own,
get
bro.
in front.
Nah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it was fucked up. And then you tried ducking the roller coasters. Remember that?
Well, I did have to duck some because I was about to throw the fuck up.
Yeah.
We were all
you
about
did-
to
you
go.
did good.
Son,
though.
I went on the
You did
Superman
good.
ride. The Superman ride, they turn your body like that.
Yes, like
Okay, so
Superman.
you're in the seat, and then all of a sudden, when you're about to go, they put you in the flying position, which is a very creative thing to do for a roller coaster. But as we're going up, I have such a fear of heights. I gotta close my eyes because I can't look down. Okay, we get to the top of the roller coaster, and then that shit goes down like that. I'm just going. This is what I'm saying. I said. Oh my God! Oh my God! I say that 3 times, and Dove is right next to me, and all of a sudden he just goes, the mushrooms are hitting so hard. Oh my God! Dove just goes, wee!
Mushrooms didn't help you, yo.
Nah, son, the mushrooms didn't hit me until Batman.
Yeah. And then it was over.
This guy became the Joker at that point.
Bro,
So-
no, but the scary.
I walked into a hallway in Batman, my life changed, bro.
What'd you see?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but everything changed in that moment. Everything changed in that moment.
And what were you-
Everything became so goddamn funny, bro. There was nothing that wasn't funny, bro. It was amazing. The reactions to everybody, these stupid little kids coming off the ride. I don't know what, I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Scream laughing.
You know, Andrew laughs like this when he's high. Have you seen the video of him in Amsterdam when he's
yeah,
high
the
with
wolf
Ricky
cop.
Velez?
Oh, the wolf cop.
Wolf cop?
Yeah.
That shit is super
But
funny.
it affects them the same way. You would think drugs affect people different
Nope.
ways. Nope. Every drug does the same thing. Just
Yup.
scream laughing.
Scream laughing, bro. I was getting
His
it out.
face
boy.
changed shape to the
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, and
yeah.
then we saw
Oh,
the light
yeah.
show outside.
Intimidating.
Yeah, that shit was scary.
Son, he
Bro.
became
That's a
the
little
Joker.
scary.
I might have became the Joker. I don't even remember what I was saying after that. Mark was showing me like these lights on a tree that look crazy.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
shits were fire.
That shit look crazy.
Like,
bro.
that's when I knew the mushrooms hit. Because I was like,
Yeah.
We did that ride for an hour and a half. The
Son,
people
Alex mad racist, bro.
what?
He's not mad racist, but
mean,
he's just
I am,
insulting.
but-
Like you're at a theme park where you're getting scared by people, and like every time we go by like a police officer, Al just goes. It's like, come on, bro. Like, come on, Al.
So everybody got
Yeah.
different fears, bro.
Nah, that shit was fun. And he was saying fucked up shit. He go, I can't breathe. Like, every time he's around it, you did say that. You did say that, bro. You was saying that. That was fucked up. And then
he's-
Mark saw a kid in a fucking wheelchair and pretended to be scared.
I didn't
that was
pretend.
fucked
I
up.
didn't pretend.
That
I
was
was
fucked up.
terrified.
That was
bro.
fucked up.
Nah,
son.
he like jumped
Why,
out the
dog?
way and shit like that.
It's just a little, it's a little
What?
scary. It's a little.
Say what you said.
What? I know. I did not say that.
Yes,
okay.
Nah, he
You're
started
fucking-
doing high knees and looking back at him and shit. Like, I was like, damn, you
Because
gonna
he had
rub
turbo. It
it
was an
into?
electric wheelchair, so he can go as fast as he wants.
That shit was fast, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Super
he chased
fast.
us for a little bit.
Yeah.
That shit was fast.
wait. Is the
Like,
guy that
slow
worked
it down, Terry.
Yeah, literally, back it up. Oh, that's what I kept saying as well. Back it up, Darren.
to the kid in the wheelchair?
Yeah, I don't know. He's an asshole, this guy.
No,
Yeah.
that guy was freaking me out. But yeah, and then he tried to get out of the roller coaster by going to the bathroom, and then we all got out of the bathroom. He stayed in the bathroom for another 15 minutes. We sent 3 rescue
Do what
teams
you
to
gotta
go in
do,
there and
dog.
try to get
Do
him
what you
out.
gotta do.
You nasty, bro.
Why am I nasty?
Son, you sit down on a seat at a fucking amusement park, bro.
You ate a fucking turkey leg that wasn't even from Turkey.
It's not from
Emu
the
is
country.
delicious.
Emu is not.
Emu
is
seems
not.
great. I bet it's amazing.
Nah, that shit was
Nah, that
trash.
shit-
That seems like a Joe Rogan
Yeah,
meat.
nah,
Yeah,
nah.
no. Rogan would not
That
eat
shit
that,
was-
bro.
that was horrible.
I can't believe y'all ate
Yeah,
that.
he was deep throating bananas, so that was different.
Hey,
That was
yo,
hilarious.
Do we have that video? Someone insert that video. Miles and motherfucking Mark were going back to back like Requiem for a Dream on a chocolate covered banana. It's just mouth to mouth. It was crazy what you guys did. Like even a stranger went, hey, yo.
That shit was annoying. I was getting heckled by just some random kid from Jersey.
Yup.
It's like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
Six Flags was cool.
We had a great weekend.
When did all the workers at Six Flags become teenagers? Like,
Son, we became old, son.
that
They
shit is
always been
They've always
teenagers.
been teenagers,
so
dog.
we were the oldest people there, so that was weird.
Nah, we were old.
No, they explained it. They wouldn't be able to staff it otherwise. They have 14 to 16-year-olds. It's different color badges. You can work there at 14.
That's crazy.
Manage the ride at 16.
Yeah,
I think.
that's crazy.
But isn't it crazy we let people
Son, you
drive
managed
cars?
to ride at 16? My life is in your hands?
Yup.
Yeah.
Bro, but you can drive a car at 16. No one ever talks about that. You can drive a car at 15, technically.
This crazier.
15 years old, you're driving a vehicle going past me on the highway.
You get
80
your
miles an hour.
pilot's license at 16, I think, right?
But pilot, you kill yourself mostly. You know what I mean?
They're not letting you fly Delta at 16.
But you could drive a car. You could drive a big old truck, like a $50,000 like giant 3-ton truck.
Yeah.
Drive
Well, it
around.
was crazy that the rides were breaking down all night.
Yeah.
And then we get a message saying, like, all right, we can go on. It's fixed now. I'm like, is it?
What was your guys' favorite part of the Six Flags?
When you were getting scared in a haunted house.
Oh, yeah.
Little bitch boy.
Clown maze. Clown maze is a million
Clown
percent.
maze?
3D clown maze.
Clown maze was one of the greatest things I've ever been a part of in my life.
Because you were high on mushrooms?
It was high on mushrooms. They gave us 3D glasses when you're inside. So everything is coming out, which is weird because life is 3D. I don't even know why you need to do anything with that.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
It's 4D. It's even
that
more
shit
than
don't
3.
even make sense.
Yeah.
You guys.
In the D.
Yo, I
Yeah,
put
yeah.
on them glasses. I was like, it's 3D.
You were off the mushrooms. That's why.
Yo, that's so dumb. It was already 3D.
Bro.
Why was I so...
I was wondering why you
I
kept
was
saying
walking around
that.
there like, yo, you could walk through it. It's crazy.
You kept looking at the guy and being like, he looks real. I was like, he is real. Yeah.
Yo, we got. Oh man, that shit was crazy, bro. And I'll tell you one thing: when you're scared, whatever sound comes out is who you are. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like for example, like Al when he's scared, I'm not gonna lie, he goes, whoa, whoa, like that. It's like
Yeah.
Pop Smoke. Like his shit is is low, right? And Shifty, his is like medium. Dove is Dove is a full.
Son,
To the fullest extreme.
Full.
Like, bro, he got scared by one clown at the end. Like he thought we were all done. Like we were all hanging out. We knew there was one in the cut, but he didn't notice it. And he just like turns like this, and there's a whole clown face in front of him. And the way that he screamed, he went like this. He went, yeah.
He sounded like a Mario character a little bit. Like,
Why? Yippee.
So 6 5 is fire, man.
yeah, that was fire. And then we did Bathhouse for Val's birthday.
Oh yeah, Bathhouse of Val's birthday
And
was
Laser
dope.
Wolf.
Yo,
Yeah,
yeah,
shout out.
man. Yo,
fire.
shout out to Laser Wolf too. Great restaurant. We had a great weekend.
Yeah. And then me and Shifty went to, and Miles also, went to
Fuck you, Mark.
Kid Super's birthday.
Oh yeah,
you, Mark.
sorry, Calm. Colin, I'm sorry, man. I couldn't pull up.
This
man.
guy, piece of shit, right?
He didn't invite you?
He did. You
I
remember?
did.
He invited all of us at while we were on the bus or whatever.
Yep.
I said, yeah, I'm coming. I
That's
hit
not
him
what
up.
you said. You said, oh, I'll hit you up.
No, I said, yeah, I'm coming. And then next day, I text him like, hey, you going to the party? No response. Wake up the next morning,
Wow.
see all these stories.
What time did you text me? What time did you text me?
Shifty,
Wow. What time did you text me?
I don't know, like 12 or something like
It was
that.
1 in the morning. I was already walking home getting pizza with the guys.
You ate pizza there. That's a lie.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cap,
but I
cap.
how did I
Nigga
get the
be
pizza?
capping.
How did I get the pizza? I walked and got pizza, walked back.
Wow.
But you said
so
you were walking home.
So you
getting
got
pizza.
service.
I was walking home and then
How
I
late were you guys at the party?
I left at 1. They were there till 3.
Wow.
Wow.
So you left, got pizza,
You
saw
got an
my
Apple
message.
Watch, yo. You get all the messages.
My Apple Watch was off. My Apple Watch was off. Didn't go with the costume. Didn't go with
I
the
think he didn't
costume.
want you there,
I
bro.
don't know, bro.
I wanted Al to be there.
Me neither.
Okay?
He don't want me to outshine him.
What?
He didn't want.
I got the
Yeah.
invite the day before and then
Yep.
nothing on Saturday.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's weird, bro.
Empty
is-
invite, dude.
that's a little
It was
Because
an
you
empty
messaged
invite.
me personally. Like, you messaged me without them telling
He
me.
didn't think he'd
Before I
get in
left.
without you.
Before I left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps. That helps a lot.
Okay.
But before I left, I hit you up. And then they were coming through.
You
And I was like,
hit
all
me
right,
up.
bet. Al, you're a busy guy. You're doing a lot of stuff. You're going
This
places.
guy's up.
That's fucked up a
That's
little
He
bit.
fucked
hits me
up,
up
yeah.
at 1. I'm already there. I didn't even see it until I was leaving. I was like, oh, fuck. I forgot to hit Al.
Yo, that's fucked up,
Fucked
yo.
up, bro.
But you know what else is fucked up?
What's that?
up.
Flip it. Can you flip it?
I'm gonna kind of flip it, okay?
Okay.
So I'm there. You know what Colin looks like, okay?
Yeah.
He's just like white kid, artist, long hair. And I'm there and I'm eating pizza and I'm doing like the pizza dance. I'm hanging out. I'm there with like these 3 black dudes and they're like, dude, can we have some pizza? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's have pizza. We're all eating pizza. Shifty's
Damn, he
filming
didn't
it.
even think of you when he was hanging out with the black dude. Dude. He didn't even cross his mind that he left a black guy
I didn't
out.
even know
of
they
his
were
own-
black. but I
There could be
didn't,
one
like,
more
I
black
don't
guy
even see
here.
color like that.
Wow.
But we're all dancing. We're all having a great time. And they're like super feeling it. Like they're like super into this pizza. And like the vibe is like on 10. Like they're going crazy. They're like jumping all over me. Like they're like hugging me. They're like, yeah, we're hanging out. We're having pizza. It's sick. And we did this for like 3 minutes. And then like the pizza got thrown everywhere. It was awesome. And I dapped up one of the dudes. I was like, yo, thanks for doing that. That was like so fun. Like the video will probably be cool. And he goes, bro, no problem, man. Yo, I just want to say this. Happy birthday, bro. I was like,
I thought they were homeless, bro. I thought you was feeding them and they got so excited. I didn't know they thought you was Colin, bro.
I was Kid Super.
Oh, no.
And they were like, dude, anytime you do one more of these, man, hit me up. I'd love to get some merch. Give me some clothes. I was like, I got you, dude.
I knew that
Did
was
you
going
take credit
immediately.
for it?
100%.
Let's go.
Let's
Kid
go.
Super.
That's what I do.
The real Kid Super is Mark Gagnon.
Let's go, baby. But yeah, it was a great weekend.
Piece of shit.
I'm sorry, Al. You can go to the next one.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break for a second because I gotta tell y'all about the best motherfucking underwear in the business. And there's one more thing I have to tell you. Dove and I are competing, okay, is $1,000 on the line. It's $1,000 on the line, but it's not just $1,000 on the line, okay? It's $1,000 and an entire episode of Flagrant on the line in one of these pairs of underwear. I'm taking the blue ones. Obviously, Dove wants this shit. He thinks it's a Moroccan bazaar that's on here. It's not. It's just a bunch of mutants, which is very disrespectful of him to even say that. I don't even know why he would describe a bazaar like that. Your boy's out here with these, okay? When I win this bet, not only will I receive $1,000 from Dove, I will not have to wear these during the episode, even though they're the most comfortable underwear in your fucking life you've ever had in your life. Honestly, the best underwear you've ever worn. I'm wearing them right now. I haven't worn another pair of underwear since I started wearing them. I'm telling you the 100% truth. Dove will be wearing these for the entire episode, okay? He will have to. I might join him just because I love the way that I feel in them. There's no way I'm losing, but I might join him. That's a possibility. You could also join us. That's the thing that's gonna happen. These two will be available to you guys. You go to culpritunderwear.com, you use the code FLAGRANT at checkout, you're gonna get 25% off, okay? Listen, if any of you actually think that Dove is gonna beat me, there's no fucking way, okay? His body looks like a fucking profiterole. If you think that you could beat me, you can purchase these in your support for Dove. I don't think that you think that that's a reality. You could support your boy. You could cop these right here. Anyway, go to Culprit Underwear right now. Use that promo code FLAGRANT. You're going to get 25% off. Now let's get back to the show. House of Dragons. These guys know nothing, so you're useless. Go pee or do something. Alex, let's go. These fucking nerds don't know anything. Cool guy conversation. Let's go.
Yeah.
Miles.
Let's go.
Alex, Schulz, the cool guys. Let's go.
I enjoyed the season. I thought it was very well done. For 10 episodes to only have 2 duds, excellent.
I'm with you on
Excellent,
that.
yeah.
And also dealing with the highest expectation in history.
Yes.
You're coming up, every episode is put up against a Game of Thrones episode.
Yep.
It's not put up against a White Lotus episode.
It's not just put up against the episode, it's put up against the whole fucking series.
Exactly.
Yeah,
100%. You're not even comparing the whack ones to seasons like 7 and 8,
Yeah.
where the show kind of fell off. You're comparing it to the best parts.
Yeah.
And I feel myself doing that, and it's kind of unfair. Like, there'll be like some dialogue, and I'll be like, man, this dialogue ain't fucking with the original Game of Thrones one. But that's because the guy, George R.R. Martin, was in his fucking basement for 30 years writing these things, right? No friends, loser. So the thing, no, for real, like, he didn't have a lot of friends, right? There's no way. There's no way you can make something that great with friends.
It's so funny because you're praising him all the time, and for no reason you just go, because he's such a great writer, spends so much time on this fucking loser.
Yeah, because I could do it if I didn't have friends. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a
Like,
fact. I believe that.
I have to believe there's something that he had that I didn't have.
Billionaires are evil. They must be. That's why I'm not a billionaire. I could be a billionaire too.
I think billionaires are fire, by the way. So
That's why he can't finish up the other shit. Because now that he got some fame, he got some friends now, and now he can't
That's a
Thank
good
you,
ass
Al.
point. That's a
That's
good
why
ass
we don't
point.
listen to these dork ass dudes over here, bruh.
So?
Okay, so first season, 2 duds, the rest pretty goddamn good.
Yeah.
The fact that we have to wait 2 years, my suspicion is HBO didn't know if they were going to renew it. Because if they knew that they were going to keep rocking with it, they would have
been
already
into
started pre-production. They would already. It's like the source material's there. It's not like it takes that much longer to flip it. It's not like they got to write a whole new story. The story's there. I think they had their slate already for the shows that they're going to put out and their budgets for each of these shows. So now they just got to wait.
Interesting.
Which I think is a bummer because it built a crazy amount of fucking momentum.
Do you think maybe it kind of helped that it's after Game of Thrones because Game of Thrones ended so badly, but we all loved it so much that we're dying for the next thing. So we're like, oh, here's another thing.
Yeah.
George R.R. Martin actually wrote this. Maybe it helped in that way.
That's a great fucking point. I don't know why you're talking right now, but you did bring an unbelievable point up.
Isn't it frustrating
Without
I could
even
do that?
knowing what we're talking, and it is absolutely infuriating.
Yeah, I
That
got
was
friends.
absolutely.
I got friends. That's crazy.
This is absolutely infuriating that you made such a brilliant point without knowing what the fuck we're talking
I have
about.
no idea who.
It's almost like you should not read anything anymore and then just
I
go
really
off the
don't.
gut.
I really
That was
don't.
fucking exceptional.
Son, let's talk about Valeria the Dragon.
Yeah. How many friends?
I feel like you're insulting me, bro.
He
I
is
feel like
insulting.
you insulted me, bro.
How many more friends do you need to not watch this dumb show?
Say
How
again?
many- how many-
I just need a divorce. Piece of shit. That's really all it would take. That's really all it would take. Come on now.
Too many.
Come on now. Okay? I feel like the show, last episode, finally sets up what we wanted. Okay, so the first season, I don't think that's what a lot of us wanted. I think we wanted a lot of we wanted the war, we wanted the games, we wanted the chess match, we wanted the outsmarting. And the first one was like, it's really hard to squeeze a baby out of your pussy. right? And I feel like now we got the babies out. Let's get to the fun part.
Nah, they made that. Squeeze
Ain't
your
no way
baby
it's
out
that
your pussy,
hard,
son.
Ain't no way it's that
Did you see this
hard,
last
son.
episode? That shit look hard, bro.
Hard.
That shit look
But
mad.
why she had all the nurses in the room?
What's the biggest shit you ever took?
Say again?
The biggest shit ever that you've ever taken.
Never hurt.
But what is the biggest though, hypothetically?
Pounds? I don't know, 4 to 7.
I've definitely.
Yeah, I think that's a bad parallel because shit is soft.
I've shitted a bit.
Babies
Baby
is
not as
soft
soft.
too.
They're not
The
as
head is
soft.
soft.
But they're not as soft as shit.
It's soft.
Some of my shit's hard. Some of my shit harder than baby.
What does it sound like?
If you had an 8-pound hard shit,
Say again?
if you had an 8-pound hard shit, that's something. That'd be like childbirth.
No, I've had 4 to 7 pound shit that was hard.
I don't
My
think
shit
that's
went
true.
down and stayed straight. I had to get up off the seat.
It lifted you up.
Yeah.
Like,
I squeezed it.
what am I doing up here?
Exactly.
Put
It's
both
crazy.
your legs on the seat like
100%.
this.
My feet was
Push.
dangling, bro.
Yeah.
My feet were dangling, and I was just up.
You're
on
at
the bike.
Six Flags again, bro.
Literally. So
bad.
it's okay, my man. It's okay. It's all right, bro. Everything's gonna be just fine. Okay. What were we talking about?
You
man?
having a baby shit, which I don't think you've had.
Oh yeah, the show, the focus on how difficult it is to have a baby, bro. It's like it ain't that hard for. Come on, bro. Maybe for white women. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way.
I don't know if that's a good thing or
Let's
bad
see where
thing.
he's
Hold
going.
on.
Let's
Yeah.
see
No,
where
I'm
he's
saying,
going.
ain't no way Latinas are going through that every single time that they have a baby.
Oh yeah, after the first one, them shits just slide
Exactly.
out.
You know what I mean? Pop, pop, pop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But when he sees it. You know what I mean? So I'm cool as hell. Look, cool as hell know how to do all
fucking
my
nerds, they
dances,
don't even
bro.
know what's
These
going
nerds don't
on.
even know how to dance. You
I
don't
got
know
no
one
clue,
fucking
man.
dance move. You know what I mean?
Oh, you killed
They
that
don't
one.
know one dance move,
You
bro.
killed that one.
You don't know how to throw it up, ride the dragon? You don't know how to throw it up and ride the dragon,
That's not one.
bro?
I've never seen that.
So you gotta learn how to ride the dragon. So Alec Baldwin or something.
You're doing so good.
No. So House of Dragon, I feel like the story's finally in a place that we're more accustomed to, which is it's wartime. Who's gonna win? How are you gonna outsmart your opponent? We get to see the dragons fight. That tiny little dragon fighting scene. Yeah.
Fire.
Woo, right? Woo, right?
That shit, I was like, oh shit.
Valerian a munch. You know what I mean? Like, now that was dope. That was, and I like the fact that they lost control of the dragons.
Yep.
So the idea before is that the dragon just does whatever the fuck you want. But then they've also said in the series, you don't control a dragon. I think this was done in...
Viserys warns that we don't control the dragons. Like they're too powerful.
Right.
And that we should be careful of like the hubris we have around dragons.
Yeah, and respect the power that they have. And I thought that was really cool. And that now this whole war has started because
Yep.
they didn't respect the hubris.
Yeah, they didn't. He chased after him, and then they sort of lost control of the dragon.
He was trying to sun him a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the dragons were like, oh, it's go time.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was really interesting. I think the world is set up. Also, Shorty loses her kid. And I thought that was a really cool moment. You watch like the after thing, but like she's lost everybody, right? She's lost her father. She's lost her mother. She's lost all these different figures in her life. But when Rhaenyra loses her son, that's when she understands loss. And now is go time.
Yeah.
Like it
She
is.
turned around in that face. I was like, oh, this bitch is
Yeah,
gonna
like
go.
Damon's
She gonna-
soft compared to what this bitch about to do.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna get gnarly. I know for a fact it's gonna get gnarly.
Come on,
'cause
chill.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah, come
you know
on,
what I mean?
you
I can
just
tell
say
you.
it.
I can tell
Nah,
you. I
chill,
would.
chill,
I can
chill,
tell you
chill,
if you
chill,
want.
chill.
No. Any other thoughts, Miles?
I mean, I thought it was really well done. Obviously, I'm not saying that they didn't do it well, but I weirdly wish that they went after it in a different way.
What do you mean?
I wish they used instead of doing these like huge time jumps and like us having to be like 10 years later, 6 years later, whatever, in those first few episodes, start with the adult characters in episode
And then
1.
have flashbacks.
Have flashbacks.
Yeah.
Like let us sort of like learn the history through them explaining it to each other.
Yeah.
And being like, when he goes, Emma, and he's saying for his wife, give us a flashback to what he did to Emma. Like starting on that was sort of impactful, but I thought it would be really interesting if they would have done the flashback
even Game of
version.
Thrones did that with Bram's flashbacks, right? Bram was like in the tree or whatever, and then he'd see the whole story through flashbacks.
Again, you. Again, you.
Okay.
God damn,
Stop
bro.
watching stuff, dude.
Yeah, I'm
Stop
done.
watching
I'm
that.
done reading. I'm done watching.
Yes.
No more.
I just started. I watched Black Adam. Me and
And?
Alex. Actually, it was me, Alex, all the guys in the studio.
Oh yeah, the movie that I invited him to and paid for.
Why
See
his
how we try to
ticket,
take credit
bro.
for that?
Why didn't
See
you
how we
go?
try to take credit for that?
Wait,
That's what he'd be doing.
Why didn't you go?
That's crazy. He didn't say he was gonna go, but
Wait, but
I invited him.
you could have.
I did. I did.
You
I invited
me.
everybody at the table.
Yeah,
I
you
definitely
invited me
did.
for sure.
I definitely did.
Did you got the invite, right?
Yeah, we all got the invite. I got the invite.
He was.
I
right-
never got an
He
invite.
was right there at the table, and he was like,
he got the
He was
invite.
like,
I never got an invite.
he did one of those, and I was like, oh, that's.
This is
dumb.
how I know you get the invite.
Yeah, do it again, do it again, do it again.
He was like, oh.
I don't think you got the invite.
You know by that reaction, that's exactly what he did.
I'm sure we could just go look at a text thread to see.
No,
Look
this
at
is
the
in,
text
this
thread.
is in
Look at
person.
the text
This
thread.
is in person.
Oh, how
right here.
convenient. Off
We were
the
out
books.
there. You know you won't be listening.
Yeah.
I texted him and said,
I
hey,
remember where you were sitting. I remember where he was sitting.
Where was I sitting?
You were sitting over on the right corner.
Maybe I was doing something to provide money for us.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And then I was thinking about going to watch movies like
Yeah.
a child,
Exactly.
doing his little childish things.
He
And
did,
then didn't follow
a
up on the
retreat
email.
with
Yeah.
all of the guys.
He
Because
didn't-
he gave me a no the
Why
first
didn't-
time I asked him. Why would I follow
He didn't
up?
say no. You should have just called him and said, hey, man, we're all going to the movie. You
Can you
should come.
just take the L?
I know.
I'm
take
just
the
saying.
L, bro.
I'm just saying. We should have invited all our friends to everything.
I think
okay?
that we should invite all of our friends because Mark, you asked me if I wanted to go to the movie.
No. I said I'm already here. You're not invited.
Mark, that's a lie. Mark, you were trying to drop off a gift or something to me. Was it that fucking picture that you framed?
What picture did I frame?
You were trying to drop something off to me. Remember? Are you at your house?
Yeah, it's a secret. I haven't given it to you yet.
Oh my god.
It's for your birthday now, actually. Which your
Now.
birthday's coming up.
Yeah, my birthday is coming up.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fire.
It's gonna be great.
Ruin his present or something like that.
Nah. But yeah,
We got a lot of birthdays in October, bro. We're gonna have to spread this thing around.
Since when
man.
have you been going hard on birthdays?
Yeah, I know.
Never in
Who
your
is
life
this?
have you given a shit about birthdays. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're like, guys,
Yeah, I was-
it's this
I
person's
was stoned.
birthday.
He's married now. Nice.
Yeah.
Is that what he said when you invited him to the movie? Nice.
No, somebody said it last night. They're like, I think it's after you were at after your wedding.
Yeah, we said he got a new software update after his wedding.
Oh, yeah. How many was he missing before the wedding?
A couple of
A couple generations.
Yeah. No, I like the idea of like giving somebody that feeling and celebrating them.
Do you remember last year before the wedding when the birthdays were happening? He said, "You guys didn't do it. Your mom did it."
Yeah, I do remember
That
that.
is also true. Y'all didn't do nothing.
And then he said your mom didn't even suffer when she did it. Childbirth is easy. That's what you said.
It's easier than they make it seem on that show, bro.
Son. You crazy.
It's easy. Y'all are like the fucking fentanyl George Floyd people about this.
What? How?
You the conspiracy theorist.
I say it's hard.
Yeah.
You're the
Son.
conspiracy theorist. That's
Yeah, I
easy.
might be actually. I might be one of
They
those.
pussies be ripping, they be shitting. I
They're
think
built to
I
rip.
think it's a little different.
They're
not
built to rip.
Built to, what
They're
is
built
that?
to rip. They're built.
This is like a Ford ad?
They're built for tough dudes.
No,
they are built to rip. I do think that. I think, listen, you can't believe in evolution and believe it's hard.
But you can also believe in child death and maternal death.
Yeah. What?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Son,
right now?
you're doing the documentary
Tell me-
thing.
tell
We
me.
don't really know how evolution works, and you're just saying things.
this is-
you haven't
this
read
is-
any evolution? You're like, but do you know
disrespect.
evolution?
This is no disrespect, okay, to women. We
Yeah.
need them.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need. Thank you so much, angels, sweet angels. Is Mile on my angle? Probably not. Sweet angels. Thank you so much for creating life and
beautiful.
bringing life into this world. Without you, we would be nothing. Literally, we would not exist without you. Thank you
Amazing.
so much for what you're doing. Okay. That being said, it's a little cap. Do you know? It's a little cap, right? Like, this is how you know it's cap. When you fuck something else up in your body, you don't go, can I get an epidural?
Okay, what? Wow.
You go, let me just
You
get,
had some better.
let me get some
God damn, bro.
I didn't even know.
I was waiting to be on board with
It,
you. I'm
it
like,
actually just proved our point. Because he's like, you fuck something else up, you're not like, yo, give me the most painful injection and numb the pain possible.
Yeah. This is part of the documentary where like the expert comes in and starts fucking up the whole
Hey,
thing.
ladies,
yeah, you
ladies,
just
ladies,
said
ladies,
something that
ladies,
goes against your shit.
ladies.
It's a
We'll
Candace
cut that
Owen
out.
doc.
We'll cut that out. We'll cut it out.
Leave it in. Ladies,
That's
y'all
how
know
I
this.
got there, leaving
For
it
real.
in.
Leave it in. I'm sorry about that epidural comment. That was stupid. We could be wrong about things. You know what I mean? The reality is, I think having a child come out of your pussy is probably very difficult. Very difficult. Also, it can't be easy to come out or it would probably fall out. Another important thing.
Like a giraffe?
Real talk. You've seen it happen with animals all the time, falls out.
Super slippery, yeah.
100% hurts the animal. And we got soft noggins still. Soft.
Yeah.
Right? Shifty, perfect example. Right?
Yeah.
Shifty, that he might have fell out.
They were involved in a fender bender on the way home from the hospital, I think.
I honestly think
His head hit the window and it was like a cartoon.
that's it. It might be it. So I think having a child is incredibly difficult. There's no question. It's probably painful. I do think that you are built and equipped to handle that.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
But that's affirming. That's a feminist comment. That's like, your body's powerful.
Yeah.
And you have the ability to handle
You have
tough
all
challenges.
the power.
Yeah.
Exactly. My body's not powerful enough to do that.
Well, you said it kind of was. You could do a 7 to 8 pound shit.
No, but that's totally different.
You don't think your body's equipped to handle that?
I'm on board now.
Totally different. Listen, I have a lot of respect for what women go through with childbirth. It's not as hard as how it is in House of Dragons.
Okay, let's just keep going.
You don't think?
How are you arguing? You haven't seen the show.
No, I haven't, but I'm just saying. It seems.
No, it's that hard. It's that hard.
Okay. All right, there you go. That's a valid argument.
It's that hard.
Have you seen one?
Yes.
When?
In nursing school.
You saw a baby come out?
Yeah, I had to see 2.
You had
Really?
to see it?
Yeah.
What was it like?
Nasty.
How many people are there?
Doctor, nurse.
I seen it too when I was in
just
high
doctor,
school.
nurse. Everybody else and me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And did it look
Shit was
super
wet.
painful?
Yeah, it looks horrendous. Yeah,
Like, when
I
you
was in the room. They were
see
like, I was doing this class, like clinical rotations. They let me watch.
Yeah.
And then the baby's fucking getting his head out of there, and then there's just like blood and shit flies everywhere. And I felt bad because they like gave me permission to go, but then when the shit started like coming all over the room, I did this.
Like you were at a Shamu show, bro?
dog, yeah, I was at SeaWorld. And I just looked like the biggest dickhead ever, but it was disgusting, dude. The C-section was gross too, but I thought that was less gross.
Yeah, I saw the C-section too.
How long were you in medical school
And then
for?
they take the
This wasn't medical, this was
placenta,
high
just, like,
school. Clinical
plop it
rotations,
right
they
on
called
their
it.
stomach and
You would do
shit.
rotations at a bunch of different parts of a hospital.
They let high schoolers just go look at a woman's vagina?
Yeah, that's
Bruh,
a little
yeah.
weird.
Honestly,
First vagina I saw.
That's why you were a virgin for so long. You're like, fuck
Yeah,
that
I'm
shit, dude.
traumatized, dude.
I think one of my only issue with House of Dragon is that they make childbirth look easy.
Okay, let's just, we can just keep going.
I think that's what I hope in the future seasons is that when we do see childbirth, we'll experience the trials and tribulations that go along with it.
Yeah.
The intense pain, the risk to the mother's life, so often. So often.
But so they had to do that because there's so many babies that are being born throughout this time that it's like, all right, it would just be boring just to show them, all right, they're pregnant, they gave birth. So it's like you just add a little something to the fact
spice.
that,
A little
So there's like
spice.
so many kids that are being born. It's
I'll be honest, my wife might be on your side. She delivers baby as her job, and she says she hates how it's depicted in Hollywood and in movies.
Why?
She's like,
easier?
she's like, it's always shown as like this like traumatic, like painful, like
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
I hate my life thing. Some people like can be laughing during it. Some people it can be orgasmic and sexual. She's like, there's a lot of different ways that it can be, and it doesn't have to be. To your point, your body is equipped for it. I'm just saying that's how.
What do you mean? Orgasmic instead of old bucket pussy bitches. Need a baby to come out?
Some women orgasm during childbirth.
Get out of here,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
How?
I've heard this.
Because it's big. That shit is big, and it's getting all up in
Oh
there.
no, are they making sounds and shit too?
Son, how are you responding as the father?
Nah, they sound like Dove yelling.
Some
Bro,
people. Some
I need to
women-
see a girl bust a nut to baby coming out, man. That would be crazy.
Some
Can you
women
imagine being a dad watching your son make your wife come?
Bro,
Yeah, thing you've never been able to do.
you gotta fight that motherfucker. Like, yeah.
Yo,
it's
do they rub their
traumatizing.
clit when it's coming out? Like, is the baby coming out and they're just like, hiya?
Like the baby does it?
Like on
he's-
the way out.
Like he's going into like a conference football
That's
game. Like
exactly
just
so.
tap the locker room and hit the field. It's just like that actually. But yeah,
man.
No, some women want nipple stimulation while they're giving birth.
Oh, I'd do that. Is that a job?
No, you have to do it to them.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you meant to you.
No, I'd squeeze them tits.
Yeah.
You don't think I'd squeeze up
Why
some
do they want that?
Hasidic tits
To
dude?
come?
Yeah, it helps. I think it helps with stimulation. If you're like closed off and like tight and tense, it's gonna make it harder to get out of the vaginal canal.
Oh, they want to loosen it up.
Kind of loose and like
Moist.
feel it, vibe it. You know what I mean?
But the nipples.
Yeah, exactly. One time.
Bow. Bow. Wait, has your wife ever had to squeeze knockers to
That's
get
her only job, actually.
She was so fucking hot, dude. Are you kidding? Can I send my wife to be like do like a ride along?
Yeah, if she's willing to be the designated titty flicker, then yeah, she can do it.
Oh my lord! Why? Why? That's why I think it's
It's
great.
beautiful, Al. It's beautiful. Why didn't you react?
I like this.
Are you stimulated right now?
I'm about to have a
Did
baby
you
right now.
shit yourself? Alex just shit himself.
Okay, what else we got?
Okay, you want to hit feelings over facts? Okay,
Yes, let's do it.
Let's just go through the top stories of the day. All right, this is what everyone's talking about on this day in 2022. H3H3, one of their main co-hosts, the creator Ethan Klein, has been suspended off YouTube for the week. I think he's probably going to be back on soon for saying this comment. Ethan Klein, for the record, is Jewish, and I believe is an Israeli citizen, and this is what he said about Ben Shapiro.
I was just going to say, if there's another Holocaust and people start rounding up the Jews, I just say, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets gassed first.
So,
Talking about Ben Shapiro?
yes, talking about Ben Shapiro. So,
Wait, Dove, can you say that?
I mean, he said if.
I think that, listen, he's trying to be funny.
it's a joke.
Obviously,
he's
so,
saying a joke.
Naturally, we're always going to support jokes, but I think this guy is like one of those guys that does not allow people to have context when he's out there criticizing them. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a problem.
So I think that he's accused people of being serious in times where they were joking, and now it's biting him in the ass.
Let's say if he wasn't a person like that, is that okay to say if you're a Jewish person?
But he said
Like,
if.
can you make the joke? Can you make that joke as a Jewish person?
But you're Jewish.
You're
I'm
Jewish. You
He said
black
if
people
this
do it to
horrible
black
thing
people.
happens,
You're
I'm gonna be in
violating a
trouble, at least
community
kill this guy
standard. So that's it. Abide by the rules, I guess. On
Yeah, he's not
this
saying that
platform.
he won't also be in there.
Yeah.
Like he would get.
just wants-
He's like,
I
if
gotta
we're
go
all
first.
gonna die, at least I'll get a little joy watching that guy I hate die first.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad, especially if you're Jewish.
Listen,
what I'm saying.
Jews don't really throw Holocaust jokes at each other, though.
That's a
kinda
lie.
like the thing.
Are you
Not
sure?
as much.
You literally said.
Oh, yeah.
Literally said after the episode that came out last week, the next day you
That's
literally
true.
said, Schulz, that was a Holocaust.
He was like, that was my Holocaust. That's what you said.
You were saying
That's not
Holocaust.
saying like,
He was
yo,
saying as
let
a
me throw
general
you in the
term.
fucking.
He didn't mean
in
the Jewish
ovens.
Holocaust. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been nuclear Holocaust. What do you know?
Great point.
That's a good thing.
Now I wonder if YouTube takes into account that guy is the type of dude to try to cancel other people based on their jokes.
I
and the
think there was
things
just a lot of reporting. I think a lot of Ben
I think
Shapiro
the people
fans
who
were-
reported him probably took
that-
that into
He's
account.
clearly being hyperbolic.
Yeah.
It's a joke ultimately.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
got to support jokes, obviously.
Yeah.
But we can also support jokes and then not support his behavior.
Yeah, so this is what Ben Shapiro said. He said, I don't believe Ethan Klein should be suspended from YouTube for his awful garbage, but I'll shed no tears for a person who has routinely engaged in cancellation of others' world's smallest violence.
Good response.
Yeah.
So,
Honestly.
I hope you're not first.
I hope you're not first.
I hope you're not first.
that's a kind thing to say.
You know what? That response? Push him to the back.
Which begs the question, who's first?
Who's on first?
Who's on first?
The classic sketch. It's just a classic bit.
Is Goyam on first?
All right.
Okay.
All right, can
so
we-
what are we thinking, though? What are we thinking with that? That's it? Nothing else?
I mean,
People are like here's the weird thing. People are like celebrating Ethan getting taken down. And I get it if you're annoyed by Ethan's content. He does a lot of gotcha shit. He seems to like stir beefs up for interest. I don't think that like he's necessarily like an expert in anything per se outside of being hated by people and it not seemingly affecting him. So I understand if that is your genius, if that is your skill.
That is a superpower.
It is a superpower. It's a lot of people can't deal with that type of hate.
We saw you not deal with it.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm lashing out. I
Yeah.
gotta lash out immediately. But at the same time, if you don't have a skill set for entertainment outside of that, that's what you're gonna need to lean into.
Yeah.
Like we have comedy, we can make jokes. There are other people who are actors, there are other people who, they're artists, they do these types of things. If your skill is you can hate me and it's okay, and I can deal with it, you can get a lot of views, but you're gonna continue to be hated to do so.
Right.
And we saw him do it. Like I saw him do it the whole like Bobby and Kalila thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was just like
it's not fun
and
to
I've
watch.
seen that happen a bunch before. So I think there's a lot of people celebrating this, but be careful what you celebrate. Like I would never celebrate this because I don't want a joke of mine to cause our page to come down. So I cannot celebrate this. Regardless if I agree with him or disagree with him on things, I have to say, do not take his fucking account down. The motherfucker is joking. He's also Jewish.
Yeah.
He can make those
Yeah,
fucking
they should
jokes.
take that into account.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, because they would take down a white person's page if they said the N-word, but they won't take down a black person's page
that's
for
a good
saying the
point.
N-word.
That's a
So
good
the same
point.
thing should apply to the joke. They should absolutely put his fucking page back up.
You know what's funny? It's probably anti-Semites that reported his Holocaust joke.
100%.
100%. Why can't we make jokes, but he can't? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you got to bring the you got to put the page back up, man. All right, guys, we take a break for a second because I need to save y'all some money. It's going to cost you nothing. I'm actually just going to give you money. Simple as that. That's what it is, okay? Honey has got your back. You ever buy something on the internet? Yes, you do. You buy the majority of your shit on the internet. And every time you go to buy something, there's that little field right above your credit card information that says, insert coupon here. And you never have those coupons, okay? But what if there was a company that searched the entire internet for all those coupons, and every single time you buy it, all you have to use is the browser extension, which is Honey, and it will insert them for you. Think about that. What if there was a device that would make this happen? Not even a device you could use on your desktop, you use it on your mobile phone. Anything you want is just a browser extension, and you will get the discounts so simply, it will blow your fucking mind. It costs you nothing. Simple as that. Honey has got your back. Scours the entire internet for all of the discounts that exist for the items that you want to buy for the websites that you are shopping at. So this is what you're going to do because you want to save money. Obviously, you don't have to spend a single thing, okay? If you don't already have Honey, remember, you could be straight up missing out here. So what you're going to do right now is you're going to support yourself and you're going to support this show, okay? Remember, I'm not recommending some shit that we're not using. Get Honey for free, literally, at joinhoney.com/flagrant. Joinhoney.com/flagrant. That's joinhoney.com/flagrant. Let the savings begin. Now let's get back to the show. All right, guys, let's take a break for a second. Listen up. It's boner season. It's boner season right now. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's fall. It's not fall. It's boner season, okay? You need to be delivering the best dick of your life. Simple as that, okay? I know seasonal depression is out there. Motherfuckers got seasonal depression. Your girl might have seasonal depression, okay? Your mom might have seasonal depression. Dad needs to fix that real quick. Boners are gonna fix that. There's one way to cure seasonal depression with women, and it's with hard dick, okay? And Blue Chew has got your back. Blue Chew is gonna deliver the hardest dick that you've ever had in your life, and it's gonna cure all seasonal depression. I don't know that for a fact. I'm actually just talking that shit, but nobody feels sad after great dick ever in your life. BlueChew.com. All you have to do is use the promo code FLAGRANT. You're gonna get your first month free. All you gotta do is pay $5 shipping. Think about that. Think about that. BlueChew.com. Promo code FLAGRANT. First month free, all you gotta do is pay $5 shipping. Best dick you've ever had in your life. Could also potentially cure seasonal depression. I mean, look, that's a 2 for 1, a 3 for 1, a 4 for 1, whatever it is. BlueChew.com, promo code FLAGRANT. You're absolutely welcome. Let's get back to this.
Okay, this happened like 2 days ago. Basically, this guy standing right here on the subway. This guy crosses over him, targets him, flag on the play, launches him into the train tracks.
Okay.
This is like the third story this month of someone just getting shoved on the tracks randomly. There's nothing this guy really could have done different, in my opinion. He's just walking, he doesn't have headphones in.
Good form.
Yeah,
Good form.
He fucks this guy up.
Just gets launched. He didn't die, the train wasn't coming, but he just got launched onto the track.
Oh, he didn't die.
No.
Oh, that's good.
So
That's absolutely terrifying now.
two questions. What do you do in this case? If some guy just wants to push you onto the tracks, is there anything you can do? Is it even worth taking the subway?
What kind of question is that?
Is it even worth taking the subway if you can get launched on the tracks?
I mean, you could always get launched on the tracks. People have been doing this forever.
Yeah.
I've never heard of
Do
that.
you walk on the street if a guy could just crash into you? Like,
Yeah, do you drive a car? You can get in an accident.
But if some guy's trying to hit you, I'm like, if this is a thing, like a trend that's happening where people are trying to copycat push people on the tracks, it's like, maybe we'd take a few weeks off.
You're saying, should everybody stop using the subway because a bad thing happened?
I'm asking, would you stop using the subway?
I stopped using the subway because I'm a multimillionaire. That's the main reason why I don't use the subway.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. That being said, if I have to travel anywhere in Manhattan or Brooklyn during the hours of 10 till 6 that I cannot walk to, I take the subway.
I use it every day. Lifeline.
And what if someone pushes you on the tracks?
That's the price of doing business, Mark. You ride an electric bike without a helmet every day.
Is this video not wild to you that
No,
a guy
I-
gets
look, don't get me wrong,
targeted
I'm not
off the
taking the
tracks?
subway ever again, for
Watching
sure.
this
But
shit every single day our entire lives.
Like this shit, that's regular,
very,
bro.
Yeah, you're obviously, toting a mainstream media narrative that New York is dangerous, and I understand why you.
Did you not
and
watch
your
Candace's
Y'all gotta
documentary?
stop that
Liberal
narrative,
cocks.
bro.
What?
Yeah.
New York's not more dangerous. So what? Killing's gone up a little bit, bro. It's New York.
We
bro.
outside again.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I
gotta
mean?
make up for the ones we didn't do before when we
Yeah,
was
you
inside.
didn't give us no credit when we weren't killing for 3 years.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a fair point.
Exactly.
All right, on the topic, Alec Baldwin shared
Let's talk about this.
a picture on his Instagram 1 year to the day that he incidentally shot the director.
dude,
on
that
his
was a
phone.
year ago.
She got nice arms.
I was gonna say that.
Right?
Absolutely amazing arms.
And so he posts just a picture of her behind the camera and then just the caption 1 year ago today.
Miles
dot.
is savage. Miles says, had. Savage,
Come on,
bro.
Miles.
God damn.
Probably doesn't have them anymore.
Come on.
Can someone explain to me what the fuck is wrong with Alec Baldwin?
Is he out of his fucking
He's
mind?
out of his fucking mind.
1 year to today. ... I killed someone.
It's crazy. Like, does he live in a world where he doesn't realize that he did something wrong?
I think he does.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's completely delusional. I think he's convinced himself I didn't do anything. That's the only way
bro,
you can live with yourself.
He convinced himself he didn't even pull the trigger, and then the FBI was like, "Yeah, you did."
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he had to go, "Oh, I guess I did."
Isn't he a
pull the
big
trigger."
anti-gun guy? Because if so, this is the perfect time for him to be like, son, this is why I'm anti-gun. I killed somebody on a movie set.
but
These
he
guns
does-
are dangerous.
He doesn't want to take any credit, so he can't get sued.
You blame.
But he just makes his own reality. That's a lesson you taught me that I think is actually very admirable.
What does that mean? That seems kind of insulting.
No,
what you just said, and I want to kick you in the forehead.
That's what you said. That's what you told me to do. Sometimes when things are bad, you just make your own reality in your head where things are actually better than they were, and then you believe that.
I never said that to you, Mark.
See, you're making your own reality
That
right
was
now.
that. He's making
He's
his
making
own
his own
reality,
reality
dude.
where he didn't
Yeah.
say that. That's what Alec Baldwin did.
That was a good response.
Some bad shit happened, and he was like, "Nope, I actually didn't do the bad thing. Moving on."
I don't think I make a fake reality. I don't know when I've ever said that. What I will do is adjust a fake reality that is inspired by my insecurities. And I think a lot of people live in the bubble of their insecurities. People don't like me, I'm not good at this, whatever like that. And I don't think that ever helps you. But what Alec Baldwin lives in a bubble of his confidence or something like that.
Yeah.
His ego,
Delusion.
his like delusion. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Nobody was like, is he going to address it? You reminded us of it.
Yeah.
Or just a better caption. Constantly thinking of this fateful day.
Yeah.
Like, I pray for the families
Yeah.
constantly. Something
Yes.
like that.
Have more. And then the first comment is, "Stay strong, my friend. Thinking about you and all those affected by this terrible
Who
accident."
said that?
You, the Leslie Jordan.
Who is that?
Who is Leslie Jordan?
Who the fuck
Who
is that? Can you
the,
click that?
The Leslie Jordan. Like, there's a bunch of fake ones.
Leslie
Dove,
Jordan.
who is this?
Oh, the gay guy.
Oh, no, this guy's adorable.
Oh,
he's
shoot.
super
Wait,
funny.
he just
Yeah.
died today.
Was he hanging with Alec
Hey,
Baldwin?
hey,
God.
hey, thinking of you, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from your favorite show, Will and Grace.
There's no way he typed that out.
Oh, yeah,
He's too old.
He died
Baldwin
today
2
of a
for
car
2.
crash.
Get the fuck out of here.
Was he
How
driving?
does that happen?
How does that happen? Okay, Cheryl Hines gave him the hearts. That's nice. Okay.
Who's Cheryl Hines again?
She's
Larry
from
David's
Curb.
wife on Curb.
Heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. Sending lots of hearts. That's fair.
That wasn't the real one. She didn't have a blue check.
And then everyone that's not blue checks is like, I'm not exactly sure how to react to this post.
Son, the blue check comments are embarrassing.
Finish the heading. 1 year ago today, what? You're a bold one.
You're a bold one is good.
I mean, 1 year ago today just sounds like an anniversary. Like, that just sounds like, hey, I got married 1 year ago today. I don't understand why it's like, it seems celebratory.
This guy's a weirdo, man. This guy's a fucking weirdo.
Did he take it down? Or
Nah,
edit it?
that shit was on Instagram right now,
Wow.
as we speak.
1 year ago, I caught a body.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe he's saying like
He
this.
he might be making a movie now, and like people are acting up a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people aren't listening to him. He's not getting his way on set, and he's like, "All right, just want to let y'all know, 365 days ago."
And isn't the movie back in production?
Oh, if it comes out,
I'm pretty sure.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Dove sent us the link.
Yeah.
you got to get in that.
No.
Why not?
I don't support that.
So shoot back.
He's got another season of Sons of Anarchy to shoot this one.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Nice shit, though.
That was a pretty good joke, though.
I wish I didn't
pretty
stutter,
good.
but
Yeah, you did.
It lacked confidence, but the structure was great. Do you want to talk about this Asian girl yelling on the subway?
Yeah, this is kind of wild.
How? Y'all are annoying.
What?
Didn't we do this?
No, I see what his point is.
What?
Oh, this one. Okay.
That's because you act like a B-boy,
bro,
all right? You act like a B-boy. I said to stay the fuck away from me. I said it.
Yeah, I know. Wow, this is wild, dude.
I wasn't talking to you, all right?
I'm that guy. I feel that guy so much. You try to intervene, and some girl just goes crazy, and you're like, all right, I'm not gonna deal with this shit.
You fucking black vagina. You're a black vagina. That is all you are, and that is all you will ever be. And you know this, but you don't want to.
So I don't exactly understand what led up to this conflict, but
Push her on the fucking tracks. God damn.
Let's go, Miles.
All right.
We're taking down from
He's
YouTube.
talking about the black girl, right?
God fucking
That's funny.
I'm sorry, Miles. I had to, dude.
I didn't get what's his face caption because he said a white guy provoked her to get racist.
He's being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like
All right.
trying to blame the whole situation on the white guy. And it's clear she's just some fucking dumb bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Woof.
but that's more shocking to you than a guy just getting like.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
I was shocked by the shoving, but that's crazy. Dude.
That's wild, dude.
the first
I'm not gonna
sentence.
lie,
They
that's
really
wild.
cut the fat. The first sentence is just
Maybe it's out of
fucking-
context. Have you considered that?
A person, a non-black person.
That's why he didn't invite me to that party. Just a bunch of white kids like.
What if it was lyrics to a song? We don't even know what happened. That's all I'm gonna say. All right.
Find me
I
that
am
song.
curious about what happened before, because she seems agitated.
Yeah.
So I would like to know what agitated her. I would like to know what agitated her. I don't think it warrants. She called him a b-boy, so I wonder if it's like the kids who were dancing, doing the backflips on the subway.
It was look pretty packed. You can't really do it when it's that packed.
I mean,
Do you think that's
you must have not taken a subway for a while.
Yeah, I know what happened to you guys.
Oh, they be doing this.
That's why you don't care about the subway
Yeah,
shit.
that's
I'm the
100%
only one
what
that
I
takes
don't
the subway. Me and
my
mom.
ass,
taking
you
it.
never take subway. Every time Mark takes the
I
subway.
took it today.
Every time Mark takes the subway, he comes up and goes, "It's a little scary down there." I take the subway every fucking day.
I take it every day.
It is. There's b-boys down there, dude. That's terrifying.
You take the subway from fucking street to street. Nothing bad's gonna happen there.
No, I was on the train with
You know what I
Vala.
mean? Like this, I ride the subway.
You think criminals
You're not riding
respect
to Crown Heights?
Yo, someone took a shit next to me in Vala when we were on the train and was very racist.
That's natural.
Just going to Lincoln Center to see Top Gun Maverick.
That's nature, bro.
That's what I
Yeah,
saw.
taking
Yeah.
a shit is not a big deal. Peeing is not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
Pulling dick out to jerk off, not a big deal. Pushing somebody.
That's a big deal.
So I saw a video girl just flicking
Flicking
up beans. Yeah,
Flicking
come
bean,
on.
dude.
That's
Yeah, what kind of bean though? Flicking bean, man. It's yes, obviously all these things are quite normal. The pushing the people into the tracks is always terrifying, but I'll be honest, when I was growing up, it's like you are on your P's and Q's when you're on that motherfucking platform.
Yep.
You ain't waiting on the fucking edge to see.
So how are you on your P's and Q's to not get tackled like that guy? What are you doing?
Spin move.
lean right.
When I was using the subway
Peripherals.
regularly, I wasn't even on my phone like that because they didn't have service down there.
Okay.
So we just got service, 5-7 years ago?
Really?
All the time on the subway? There used to be service when you were at the station and then not in between. And I think now it's just service all the time.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
I don't.
Only
there's service
certain
in
lines
between.
have it in between.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's been a minute. So, but yeah, like it was always, I don't know, I just always felt it was kind of dangerous and people could get pushed in and I was always looking behind me and every person I look at, I was like, are you gonna try to push me in? Yeah. But that's how I operate in life. And every person I see on the street, I'm like, are you gonna punch me in the face? Every single person.
Really?
Every single person.
Sounds exhausting.
You get used to it. It's like you wear jeans, they don't feel like you got jeans on.
And when you're ducking punches walking down the block.
You know what I mean? Like you get used to it. Like I don't feel like I got clothes on right now, but I got clothes on. My skin adjusts.
Are you in a 3D clown maze every time you walk down the street?
Yep, 100%. 100%. Yeah, every single person. I'm like, that was one of the hardest adjustments to like having some level of like whatever awareness. You know what I mean? And fame is like a corny word, but like like in the beginning, people would be looking at me and I'd be like, the fuck is this motherfucker looking at? Like I had to realize people knew me first. Now I expect that. But early on, I was staring at motherfuckers like
Started
this.
swinging on.
No, I was like, what's up? And they were like, ain't you on guy code? And I was like, all right, yeah, I am on guy code. I thought he was about to fucking throw down. You know what I'm saying? Did you? It took you a little bit to get used to people looking at you, right?
So, this dude came up to me in LA. So he was across the street, like on an eye me.
Oh, you weird.
So then he crossed the street, but he crossed me mugging. I was like, all right, so shit about to go off and shit. So he walks up, he's like, yo, what's up? Why you ain't hit me back? I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, when we gonna go smoke? I was hitting you. I was like, I don't know you, bro. And he was like, yeah, we've been talking to the DMs, and I don't realize who I'm talking to. I just talk. So it's like he already has this whole conversation going. I have no idea what, but the aggression he came up to me with, I was like, I got ready. I like got in the stance and shit like that just in case, because I ain't get hit first.
Exactly. That's the other thing. When people know you from the internet or even back in the day with Guy Code, it's like they knew you, but they saw you for 3 seconds and you went away, so they didn't know your fucking name.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like when they see you, they're still trying to figure out who you are.
Yeah.
Right? Like when we were at the fucking Six Flags thing, like the dude's like, ain't you in movies? Nah, I gotta let this motherfucker down. Yeah, but not really, you know. I mean, I have some coming out. Like,
It's like sometimes they keep the scene in.
yeah, I mostly cut out of movies. Like, now he all disappointed, like, oh, I thought you were famous. I'm like, well, I do stand-up comedy. Like, maybe you know me from stand-up comedy.
proving
Or
yourself
what you
to
know
him.
me? Like,
I sold my own special.
yeah.
Maybe he follows IMDb like agent press releases.
It's really big into variety, like what's
exactly.
dropping. But yeah, so there's like that little bit of tension and confusion, and that shit could go left.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I don't know. I feel New York is way safer when I grew up.
But you take Ubers now.
Nah, but just like walking, like,
It does feel safer to me.
yeah.
Like it used to feel like grimy. Like
But are you just not a
How
kid
long
anymore?
ago were you talking that it was this dangerous?
I would say
20 years ago?
At least.
late 90s and even early 2000s, it was still a little rough.
So it's the most dangerous it's been in 20 to 30 years?
Nah, I don't think it's that dangerous right now. Like the
I'll
stats
say-
prove different,
I'll
but I'm
say
just
this,
saying
I don't think it's
walking
dangerous.
around is not bad.
I don't think it's dangerous. I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that you can't predict. Like, I feel like there's way more crazy people on the streets that are doing things because they're crazy. Like, I see a lot of guys who are out of their mind walking around. Like, and every time I see one of them, it's like, if they want to swing, they swing. That's just what it is. But in terms of like the level of like gang activity and the level of like just people straight like robbing you, I feel like that was way more popping way back in the day. Like,
I
Agreed
can
with
agree
that. It's the
I think-
crazies, and the difference is like LA saw this happening a couple years ago, but it's all spread out. You guys are really close together.
You can't avoid the crazy. You could avoid the gang shit, right? Because for the most part, if you're in like a very public area that's well lit with cops, gang dudes ain't gonna roll up on you and fucking try to take your wallet. Crazy will punch you right in front of a cop and have no fucking clue that he did anything wrong.
Yeah.
So there's a different level of anxiety with that.
I also think New York was hyper safe. Like it was so safe. When I moved here,
we got a little used to it.
I
Yeah.
moved here like 08, and people would like from my family, Indian immigrants were like, "Oh, it's so dangerous." I would walk at like 4 a.m, never felt anything. Now it's not that anymore, and I think we're like, "What the fuck?" We're adjusting from a really safe place, and y'all live through safe, but you also live through this ain't safe at all. This is dangerous. So you're like, "Yeah, it's not what it was, but it's still better than it used to be."
Gotcha. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah.
Because to me, this is crazy. I've been here 15 years. I'm like, I've seen that a couple times a year, but the amount you're seeing, you're like, oh, this is nuts. And it does feel different on the subway. I still ride it sometimes, and you'll feel like there's a general unease.
Yeah.
I also think that that's induced by constant media attention.
Sure.
Like there's media, like there's a narrative, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not true, but like damn run cities are falling apart.
Yeah.
And this is what you see, like the right pushing.
Yeah.
And they might be falling apart, and it might be bad. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but once that's getting clicks, all of a sudden you see a bunch of more articles about all the things that show how a city is falling apart. Look at this robbery. Every robbery in LA is on the news.
It's just confirmation bias.
Exactly.
Someone gets robbed in Oklahoma, you might not hear about
You
it.
ever go
Exactly.
home? You ever go back home, Mark? And then you're at Thanksgiving dinner, everyone goes, "How is
I
it?
heard New
is it-
York is terrifying.
Oh my God." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"It's
Now
not that bad."
everybody and their mother got a camera phone, so now you seeing all this shit.
But you also
'Cause all
have
this
an
shit was
app.
happening, but
Yeah.
you
You have
wasn't seeing
Citizen
it.
app, where it's
Yeah,
like
that's-
because you're
there's
actually
much more
giving
awareness. Like
Yeah.
in LA, shit was getting robbed of. You know it. It's not like robberies just started in LA, but now every single robbery is reported on because there's a narrative that in LA people are robbing. So it feels like it's way more dangerous. I don't know how many more crimes are happening.
We never had these follow home robberies that were first a couple years ago happening to like public figures and the Pop Smokes and all of that in LA is now happening to like everyday people because someone tags a location at a party and then it's happening to them. That's just new. We didn't have that.
But you know what y'all might also be doing when your family is like, oh, New York is so dangerous. You're like, it's not even that bad, right? Probably naturally.
Yeah.
That's probably what y'all are doing to a degree also, which is it's not even, you're getting so much it's bad. You're like, come the fuck on, stop it.
Yeah,
that's true.
The two things that I realize about, or that I've felt, are way more crazies, and then way more letting half illegal shit slide.
Oh, yes.
Like Canal Street?
Like Canal Street right now, like it's an open air bazaar.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are selling Nikes. They selling weed. They got
so
bags
weird.
out. Like back in the day, you would have it on a blanket, and then in a heartbeat, they could scoop it all up and walk down the street. Cops are walking by shopping. I saw a cop buy a pair of Jordans, dead ass, from the dude on Canal, right? And it was like. So I think
It's probably way easier to negotiate when you're a cop.
100%.
You're like,
I'll give you
"Come on."
50 or you go to jail.
Yeah.
So I think that sets a tone a little bit. I think there's probably some term like broken glass syndrome
Broken
or
window
whatever.
theory or
Broken
whatever,
window theory, But I think it sets a tone like you're seeing illegal things play out. That sets a tone of unease. I think people who do illegal things see that and they go, oh, I guess we could get busy out here. And the people that don't do illegal things go, well, is there any law enforcement? Is everything okay?
I'll say something. In 2 years, I've never seen someone get pulled over by a police officer on the road.
Oh, we
which
ain't
I
never
guess
seen
is-
that in New York.
You never saw that. Okay, that's
You
crazy.
see someone get pulled over in New
No
York?
one has license plate anymore.
I was with
There's no license plate.
yeah.
Quite a bit.
I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about like regular people, regular law-abiding citizens.
I had to change my car just
But it
because
seems
of that.
like there's zero fear of cops in New York.
I guess what I'm saying is like you probably drove out on the island. I don't know if you drove along Long Island or that kind of shit, or on the
even in the
highway.
city.
Nah, it happened to me.
If you have a red sports car with tinted windows and rims,
You get
Son, I was with Damian Lemon in his fucking Toyota Camry, and the cop pulled him over. Was like, "You're doing 24," and then we thought that was a big deal. They had other cops come pull us out, search us.
Oh,
And then
Jesus.
I searched, and then I Google searched. I was like, 24 is over the speed limit. Speed limit in New York City,
15.
25 miles an hour.
Oh,
We were going under. He pulled us over. It was crazy.
sometimes it's school zone, and you
It wasn't. It was like 1 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Nothing.
Whole island's 25.
No, it was like 11. He was taking me from one spot to another.
Yeah.
Give me a ride. I felt bad. I was like, my bad, yo.
shout out New York, man.
Yeah.
What'd you think of UFC 280?
Absolutely phenomenal.
Don't bet against Islam.
Yeah,
bro.
let's talk about some fucking
Deportes?
yeah.
Islam Makhachev, shout out him. I mean, he dominated Charles.
Bro, I'm telling you, no mustache. This
Can't lose.
cannot lose.
Cannot lose.
Cannot lose.
And then the other fight between Aljo and TJ Dillashaw, I guess Dillashaw had separated his shoulder like multiple times in the camp. Like he said 20 times throughout the camp he separated it. So his shit was just hanging on tendons. Apparently he told the referee. Now this is the guy who's also been popped for steroids. And he had a big suspension for steroids. So some people also going like, yeah, your shoulder heals way quicker when you're on fucking roids all the time.
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
you're not. So now your shoulder's popping out all the time. It's not healing as fast. All this kind of shit is like, this is what happens. So his shit popped out almost immediately. And that motherfucker made it through the rounds.
Wow.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Showed incredible heart. But Aljamain Sterling, who's from Long Island, I'm pretty sure, is an absolute savage, bro.
Yeah.
Like an absolute. His ability to get on your back, pause, fast forward, is terrifying, bro. It's like, have you ever seen like a dwarf put on a backpack?
I haven't, but
They get it on so fast, right? Like because I think because everything's closer to them, like they can just do these quick motions, like or like
It's like magical almost.
no, like if you watch a dwarf get on this couch, it will happen really quick.
your examples be trash.
No, I'm being serious. Like it will happen so fast. Like a dwarf doing some movements. You don't even know, like a squirrel running up a tree. Like they're like that, and that's Aljo has dwarf speed. Aljamain Sterling has
This
dwarf
is
speed.
so
He's on your back
bad,
without you
son.
even knowing. You're having a conversation with him right now. On your back. That's how fast he has dwarf speed, dude. He is
crazy,
dwarf speed, dude. There's Mach 9, Mach 10, dwarf. That's what Aljo's got.
Wow.
That's what Tom Cruise hit in Top Gun.
He hit
That's
dwarf.
why his plane exploded. He hit dwarf. He hit dwarf speed and his plane fucking exploded because the plane was too big to handle that kind of speed. You need a small frame, fat ass. That's what Aljamain Sterling has. I don't know if anybody can beat him. And then Sugar Sean, God damn.
Yeah, respect to him. People were giving him shit though. They're like,
Yeah, I was seeing you.
No, he lost that shit.
Yeah.
But he lost that shit. He lost it. And he knows he lost it.
That's hilarious.
But he won. He lost. He won the decision. He lost the fight, but he won the decision. But he showed so much fucking heart, bro.
people look confident as fuck.
What the fuck?
No, he lost, bro. But he won the fight.
Why do you think he lost?
Well, because he lost more rounds than he won. Yeah. But he got the decision, which was a bad decision. But it's the best thing for the UFC because now you have an absolute fucking superstar who does everything you want. He fucking podcasts. He hangs out with the biggest, internet celebrities. He's creating content, rising.
Looks cool.
His ability looks phenomenal. Gets the game, and he beat arguably the best striker in the division. Absolutely amazing. This guy Peter Yan, and he didn't beat him, but he
Even if you call a decision bad, he hung in there amazing.
he hung it
all
and
5
he
rounds.
hurt him big. That's
was
the
like-
thing. You can't take that away from him.
And his face looks great. He like barely
He
got
looks
touched.
great, and
Yeah.
Peter Yan looks disgusting. He got a pussy over his eye. He got a fat pussy on his eye.
Yeah.
He literally got knee in his head and a fat appeared over his eye.
Really?
100%, dude. It was crazy. Pussy was on his eye, bro.
I get the pussy thing.
You know how people get tattoos like right here?
Yeah, like R.I.P.
He got a pussy from a knee.
Really?
Kneed him, and a pussy appeared right above his eye. So that's what Sugar Sean could do: make a box slip, doubled up right on your eye.
Majora Minora.
Hurt him.
Yeah.
Hurt him big time. Hurt him twice.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 3 times. You cannot take that away from him. Did not necessarily get outstruck by Peter Yan. I don't think he got outstruck at all. I think Peter got him to the ground a few times, and I think he did some work over there, and I think Peter won that guard, but you cannot take it away from him. It was amazing to see him do that. He's gonna have a tough time with Aljamain Sterling. I don't know. He's got the length. He can create that distance. I don't know what he's gonna do about dwarf speed, bro. I don't know what he's gonna do about dwarf speed. That's different, bro.
Yeah.
That's different. But it was great to see him go into deep waters. And he found out something about himself. Like when Izzy came on the podcast, he goes, when I was in there, man, he had that fight against, the fuck was his name?
Gastelum, right?
Yeah, Kelvin Gastelum. And he goes, yeah, I went deeper than I've ever been.
Yeah.
And I found something else about myself. And I think our boy found something else about Sugar Sean. Found something else. He found how deep he could go.
That was you in the ice bath.
That was me in the ice bath, bro.
Yeah. You were discovering it by yourself.
I discovered me. I was talking about my favorite book, Shackleton.
You see McGregor's tweet?
Oh, God, what do you say? I'll beat Makhachev.
It's a picture of Makhachev and it's a picture of Volk, and it says, my 2 old belts on 2 little ticks. This fight does 10 buys.
Yep.
Is that still your guy? Is that still your king?
I'll be honest. Nobody can create excitement around a fight like Conor.
All right, but is it still your king?
I'll be honest. Nobody can create excitement around a fight like Conor. The guy's an absolute fucking genius.
You wash, nigga.
But do I think that he can compete at the highest level of MMA anymore? No, I don't think he can. But do I think it's great for his brand, for people to think that he's going to come back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think that's why he's like, I'm not announcing the retirement. And I think once he has enough shit popping outside of MMA, like that can, like let's say this movie he's gonna do blows the fuck up and he does some more movies and he does some other things. Once that celebrity is creating enough heat outside of his fight heat, he'll go, okay, I don't need that anymore. It's a very strategic and like brilliant business decision. He'll probably say I'm a fucking idiot for even suggesting it, but if you can create heat without having to get your face smashed in every single time, why do that?
He should just go WWE.
I mean, he would
Personality,
be phenomenal. He'd be phenomenal.
Yeah.
I want him to do it. But maybe that doesn't sell as many bottles of Proper 12.
Yeah.
Look at the rock.
I think he would see it as a step down too.
Probably.
And I think that would hurt him.
Yes, you're right. He dedicated his entire life to this thing,
Yeah.
you know?
To actual combat. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying wrestling's didn't hurt, but it's like, it's scripted.
It's not combat.
Yeah.
It hurts. It's real. It hurts, but it's not combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way of
It's
looking
not
at
going to
it.
be in a movie though.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. He's got this movie.
Roadhouse.
So let's see how that does. I hope it does well. I hope he becomes a big old fucking movie star.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, he's a star. It'd be great to see him doing movies.
What that motherfucker did for MMA is
Insane. And then this weekend, Jake Paul is fighting Anderson Silva.
yo. Jake looks good, bro.
You
And
saw the fat suit?
That was funny.
Yeah,
That was
very funny.
But nah, Jake is shout out Jake, man. That's a big step up and a brave thing to do. And I know people are going to say, "Oh, Anderson's old" or whatever. He's one of the greatest strikers in the history of combat sports.
Yeah.
And Jake is going up again, and he has actual boxing fights. Like he has boxing fights against boxers, not just against like MMA dudes. So the guy knows what he's doing in there. He is older, there's no question, but it's a huge step up, and I'm excited for it. I love it. I'm glad to see it, and I hope it does really big numbers too, because this is one of those where it's like we love Anderson. Like I imagine all of us here, we like Anderson.
Of course.
So it's like I don't want to see Jake. And I think Jake has a lot of respect for Anderson.
Yeah, he
usually
does.
Jake is making your life horrible.
The pre-fight
lead
shit
up.
has been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been disrespectful at all.
And I hope that the fight does big numbers just out of pure curiosity, because then you have this area where if Jake does win, you're like, yo, he was respectful to that guy and he beat him on fair terms. It's like, hey, give it up. Instead of, man, fuck this guy who was mean and then he just got lucky and he picked on a 48-year-old, what they will say. I'm excited for this. This is
Can
gonna
you
be
make a prediction?
Man, I'm like, I root for Jake always, so I'm gonna say I think Jake can figure something out. I really think it, but I think that this is his toughest test, man. I think this is the toughest test. The thing that Jake has is undeniable power.
Yeah.
He can put the lights out. In one punch, he can put your lights out. Regardless if you're a professional fighter, doesn't matter what you've been hit with. So we're gonna see if he can land.
Also a lot of drive. I think a lot of will. Like I think he wants it.
Yeah.
I
think he wants it more.
I think he wants it more.
Yeah.
But it's just like, is the in the ring experience going to come in for Anderson, where he's like, oh, I know how to navigate this pressure. I've been here before. I can handle it.
Yeah. I think Jake can pull it off. I know it sounds crazy. I think Jake can pull it off.
I think he can. The one thing that I keep thinking of is the Woodley fight. Now, Jake may have gotten much better in the past year, but that was like a year ago.
Yep.
And Woodley got some licks in.
Yep.
Like Woodley almost.
And if Woodley hits you,
yeah.
Anderson's gonna hit you.
Yes.
Anderson's much taller, much better boxer.
Much better boxer.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, I would love to see Jake win, but I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think that that's a bad take at all. Like I think a lot of people I think Jake's going into this as the underdog.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I hope Silva's in good condition. Like, he hasn't fought in a while. Like, that's the thing I'm concerned with. If he's conditioned well, I think he's. You
think he got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it's so tricky. It's like every time you go, Jake's not going to do it, then he does. At a certain point in time, you got to go,
let's see what happens.
Let's see. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to roll with them. Like,
yeah.
If you want to bet on this fight, though.
And if you're going to bet on this fight, listen, betonline.ag, man. The motherfucking goats in the business. Shout out to them, man. They've been great to us. They're going to be great to you. They're going to match your initial deposit bonus, 50% of it, up to $1,000. So you put in $1,000, they're gonna give you a free $500 to gamble with. I've told you guys this before. They really fucking held it down for us. So if you're gonna go gamble, use them, okay?
Use that promo code FLAGRANT.
Make sure you use that promo code FLAGRANT, okay? BetOnline.ag, and we got the big dog coming into town. Izzy's coming into town,
man,
November
I know.
12th.
You going to that
So
fight?
tight, I'm missing that.
We all got to go to that fight.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
not
got
here.
fucking Madison. Comedy on State.
Well, shout out. This is a great comedy club.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm staying with it. Otherwise, that shit would get moved.
Anyway, man, so I'm excited about that. Definitely looking. That's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, come on. Oh, and at the Garden,
Son.
the energy's gonna. And you get Chandler versus Poirier as well. Like that. That's
Whole
gonna,
card is stacked. Yeah, it's gonna be fire.
BetOnline.ag, run it up. Promo code FLAGRANT. Let's do this. Give us a couple more. Let's do a couple more before we get out of here, man.
Okay.
We got to give the people what they deserve. You
Your
know
boy
what I mean?
Joe Biden fell asleep during an interview. It seems
I
like.
don't think he fell asleep. Bro.
This is what the clip is. This is what
My
people are
intention
saying.
to run again, and we have time to make that decision.
Dr. Biden is for it. Mr. President. Oh.
Dr. Biden thinks that my wife thinks that we're doing something very important.
I mean, it's not great.
Didn't fall asleep, though.
Yeah,
He ain't fall asleep, but which is worse. I'd rather him fall asleep than answer like that awake.
That's a little rough.
Nah.
Why do you think the interviewer was
stay awake?
Why do you think the interviewer was like, oh,
hello?
right?
Because he's gonna die soon.
Yeah.
But that don't mean he falls asleep mid-interview. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's gonna die soon.
Bro,
Is
this
that
is-
news to everybody? He's gonna die soon.
Why was the interviewer like, oh, are you, Mr. President? Hello?
I mean,
Because he's worried he's dying on camera. You don't want to be the interviewer that killed Joe Biden.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
he probably does, bro. Like that, you know, that shit going dumb viral.
Yeah, no.
That's true.
That'd be good for your career in a weird way. But you don't think this is a sign of mental decline?
Yeah, I think yeah.
We all know.
Yeah.
I thought that was from House of Dragon. That was Viserys, right?
Yeah.
No, Viserys is way more eloquent. Viserys was missing half his body.
But like, this is just a bad look for America. Like, don't let them or deep fake it. This is why I don't believe the deep fake shit. Because I'm like, if deep faking was real, we would be deep faking it.
Yeah, I mean, it's embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. It is a complete disrespect of the seat of office. Like, how are we supposed to believe that that's the most powerful man in the world? Like, to me, it exposes whatever the conspiracies are, the deep state or the real people in power or whatever, because if he's supposed to be the real person in power, if that's what 330 million Americans are supposed to think, there's no way we're letting him make all the decisions in his current state, right?
Yeah.
So when we all look at this and we go, oh, he's not really pulling the strings, then we have to go, who is? Now we're looking at all these other people. It's like you're exposing yourself by being in this situation. And the fact that they haven't put a single person else up. Like, is there another Democrat you can think
That's
of?
what's crazy.
It's
That's
nuts.
what's crazy.
I don't even understand what's happening. Like Kamala, they hate, and I get they do that by purpose. They do it on purpose, like to ensure the protection of the president. You get an absolutely idiotic running mate, right? Like that's, you know what I mean? Like that's what Trump did with Pence. Everybody looked at Pence, we're like, we can't have this fucking weirdo running the goddamn country, right? And that's what Biden does with Kamala, and that's what Obama did with Biden.
Yeah.
They didn't think that Biden would actually be fucking president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's kind of wild. Then did you see this other one of him?
It can't.
What?
No, I mean, like, he has to say that, hey, I'm not running.
This is an
and
old
he's
one, though.
not wanting.
Oh, it is?
He doesn't want to give it up.
Yeah.
But out of respect, nobody's going to step up and
That's
be
fair.
like, yeah.
Because, they got Buttigieg.
Like, they got people that they can throw up there.
Who? Why is he saying that he's running again? That's what I don't get.
Yeah.
Because you're president. You want to give it up? Like,
Who's the
even-
Democrats' DeSantis? Sorry to cut you. But, like, who is the Democrats' DeSantis? Who's
don't
the
have
Democrat? They have fucking Gavin Newsom. I know that we're shaking our head at that because the guy seems like such an absolute fucking phony fraud.
Yeah.
But
I really don't
People
like the guy
forget
at all.
about shit.
But it's
But
not
he
about
is
forgetting.
the only one.
He's gonna defend. Look what I did for California. California's a fucking disaster.
He'll literally defend like that. and then
People-
people in
people-
California
You'll
will
lose.
go, great.
People be forgetting about shit, bro.
No.
I'm telling you,
have to
people
understand.
forget.
Trust me. San Francisco and LA, they don't
Dove,
forget.
I understand how you feel personally. Most people do not live in California.
Exactly.
One. Two, they're not voting for him. They're voting for not the other person.
Yes.
So all they have to do is vilify the other person enough where you go, well, I can't support that. I'll go with this guy who I don't think is that good. I mean, what happened this last election,
No,
right?
I understand
I don't think
that.
anybody looked at Biden and they were like, he's the fucking truth.
I understand that, but I'm saying you put DeSantis and you put Gavin side by side. You say their only argument. Look what I did for Florida. Look what I did for California. That's the people that don't know from California.
They're going to go digging on DeSantis, and they're going to make him look like every horrible thing that if you were liberal, you would absolutely be terrified by. And then,
Newsom's a bit more charismatic, in my opinion.
You know what, though? And you've said this before. I think America's going to vote on safety. And you're going to feel safer. They're just going to destroy. Look at LA is. It's a war zone. Look at
San Francisco.
And then if you're worried about safety, which most people are, at the end of the day, you're just worried about safety. You're going to go with the Republican guy over the guy.
Are you going to go with the guy who is the governor of arguably the most dangerous state in the fucking union, though, which is Florida?
Oh, really?
I mean, the way that the world perceives Florida. Florida man does meth and
That's
shoots,
fair.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Shots in Florida. So what they'll do is they'll go, oh, you can't say my state's more dangerous. Look at the murder rate in your state. Look at all these people that get shot in your state. Look at the drug problems in your state. Look at the illegal trafficking in your state. Right? Like the idea of Florida is not necessarily a safe place. What it was a place free of the COVID restrictions, which we all loved. Yeah. So I don't even think that DeSantis can go at California for being that dangerous when you compare it to Florida.
I don't think you can't compare. Florida doesn't have that stink perception-wise. Definitely not from.
They can label him as
They can label him
as anti-gay.
Tough. I'm telling you.
Tough.
I mean, I know how passionate you are about this. The entire country like, look what Charlemagne says. He goes, the craziest people on the planet are from the Bronx and Florida.
Yes.
It is,
And that's
like,
a fact.
You may be because you're West Coast, but at least on the East Coast. Like,
Okay, fair,
the
fair.
craziest.
West Coast, we don't have that perception.
There's
the
a-
Florida man methy perception is
Dog,
very niche.
You're talking about one state.
The most populated state in the country.
I don't think Trump's running, man.
You heard what he said at that rally. He was like, I probably
have
gotta run. And people went crazy.
I think that he likes the political influence he has
Now.
from saying that he's going to run because he controls a part of the base. So as long as he's like Connor with the I'm going to fight again. Like it allows you to have influence within the sport and it allows you to use that influence for your other business endeavors. So if everybody got to be nice to Trump because they want him to support them, he can use that for influence not only in business but maybe in not getting hemmed up in this fucking court shit. He's still got open cases. He might have a conversation with DeSantis and say, if you win, I need you to make sure I don't go to jail and I'm gonna throw all my support behind you. Or he has a conversation with the Dem and says, hey, I'm not gonna trash you. I just need you to make sure that I'm good once you win.
But I mean, he could do that for himself.
No, but there's no upside for him to say
But
he's
if he
not running
doesn't
now.
win, I don't think I don't think he thinks he can win, genuinely.
Really?
I think if Biden runs, maybe just because I don't know if anybody in their right mind could vote for Biden.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what it looks like.
But
as
if
of right
I
now.
don't know if he believes in his heart that he can beat DeSantis. And I think that he's been been made incredibly radioactive. And he's played a part of that. And I think he's lost some of his base. But he doesn't want to relinquish that political control right now.
Couldn't he run independently?
Yep.
Yeah, but
he would just split the Republicans.
True.
Which
He
would
would tank
fuck
his-
him in the
he
long
would
run
tank his
because
own
then
party.
the Dems go, no, arrest this motherfucker.
True.
He also tanks his own party. They don't win anything.
But if he wants to tank the party, if they don't give him the nomination, he's just like, fuck
Well,
y'all.
I think he says he does that if they don't provide some assurance that they won't put him in prison.
That's my point. He's got a lot of chips.
Yeah, and I think if he says I'm not going to run, then he loses the chips, and all these people they go search for somebody else. But these like hardline Trumpers, they're basically, please, Daddy, run, and he has to hold them until the official announcement.
this shit is like Game of Thrones, bro.
It
is so interesting.
like 100%. And I wonder if like
I wish they had dragons.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I wonder if like big money corporations and businesses it's always like that. Like, just think about it. Like, Elon Musk has to get a certain amount of nickel out of the Democratic Republic of the Congo in order to make the batteries for his cars. If you don't think that he's lobbying certain countries, politicians, CIA, whatever the other version of the CIA is for these other countries, if you don't think that he's lobbying them to make sure that those mines are kept open and free to run and unaffected by terrorism and unaffected by war, like you're talking about like a very tumultuous part of the world,
Right.
the Congo.
Right.
And these mines work all the time. And nobody's fucking with the mines. You know, you think that's a coincidence? No, you're playing fucking chess.
Right.
You are playing fucking chess to make sure that everybody get their batteries.
You think
So-
he shows his feet?
Say again?
You think he shows his feet off to some guy?
I mean, he got a lot of goodwill when he showed off that body
That's true.
when he was on that boat. But yeah, I think all these guys. You want to expand? You want like global? Yeah. Those are the conversations I just like to hear. Hey, we need to get this amount of nickel out of there. There's one place to get it on the planet, Democratic Republic of Congo, in complete disarray. Who do we got to promise shit to? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't doubt it. Rich people are doing smart shit to stay rich. You don't get rich by playing by the rules.
yeah. And I'm not necessarily even criticizing. I'm just like curious. Like,
Yeah.
who do you have to? Like, you got to go to the warlord that you know is like making kids fucking become soldiers and like chopping off their feet and shit. And you got to go, hey, here's this much money so we can keep doing that.
Yeah.
So you don't you on some level?
Yeah, I guess you probably have to.
And that is the world. Like, we all wear the sneakers that are made by the kids. Like, we're not. He's no worse than us, I guess.
Slightly
But-
worse.
Say again.
Slightly worse.
Slightly
Okay,
worse.
if you're doing the
You're right,
deal,
there's
at the top
levels.
of it.
Yes. There's levels. But I just want to know what that conversation. I want to know the fucking Bezos conversations.
Yeah.
I just want to know what these are like, and like maybe they feel guilt about it. Maybe
And, like
they
the
feel
tax combo, like even internally, like with like the politician that you put in power, be like, hey, like, yeah, don't roll over the tax shit, or like, don't push the tax thing in my direction. Keep it over here.
Yeah,
Make these loopholes. Keep them open.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so curious if it's direct. Hey, we're having these conversations like up front, or if it's like implied. Like, yeah, help me out.
I had I don't want to put them out there. But there was a thing that happened, and that was going to affect real estate prices in like a big way. And immediately when this new politician entered the office, he stopped it. And he stopped it because of one phone call.
Crazy.
Wow.
I wonder how many one phone calls happen every day.
And how many people in power. And like low key, like that being in that position and having that power, it's just like, I don't want to compare it to fucking like Game of Thrones or like any of these things, but it's like, yeah, that's the exhaustion. It's not walking around and giving speeches all day and like inspiring people. It's like, I'm going to get a call today and I'm going to have to piss off 50% of the people that live in this place.
Yeah. Or I'm going to get a call from 2 people that are asking different things and I got to figure out who I would want to fuck over. Yeah, it's crazy.
And I think that's why you look at like a guy like Obama, where a lot of people are like, oh, he's, myself included. But when he initially said he was going to run for government or run for president, I was like, oh, it's so early. Wait a little bit. You don't wait.
Yeah.
Because the longer you wait, the more times you've fucked over.
Yeah.
Like Nancy Pelosi can never run for president because she's done so many horrible things.
Yeah.
They'll just look at the record. Like what'd they do with Biden? Biden's been in government so long, he said the N-word in front of people, recorded. Right now, within the context of a sentence, he's quoting people, but still, like that is like.
Yeah.
So it's almost you want people to be out of it because the longer you're in it, you're gonna do something fucked.
Yeah. You're going to have dirt.
You're gonna have dirt. I don't know. To me, like, how do we have a dinner and learn about that shit?
That's what I think the Illuminati is. It's not like an organized, like, controlled thing. It's just all the cumulative interpersonal relationships amongst like marketing or like media executives, corporate executives, and politicians.
Yeah.
And they all kind of know each other, and they all know who the players are and who's pulling the levers.
Yeah.
And then it's like happening at like one dinner party, and then another dinner party, and then a weekend getaway, and then an Aspen.
Yeah.
And it's all happening.
Text
like,
thread.
Yeah, it's like that interpersonal relationship. I don't think it's centralized.
It's not organized. There's not like one person on top. That's what you're saying,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Like
They don't have meetings.
Yeah. They also uses the term they.
Yeah. It's just other days.
Yeah. You just reach the top, I guess, of it's not only government, but it's government and industry. And those things intermingle.
It's not a Jewish cabal.
Well, that's what we're getting to.
no.
That's what we're getting to. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it would be so much easier if it was. And I think that's probably why people simplify it, right? They go, oh, it's just these people, they're doing it. Because it's harder to accept what you said, which is really the reality.
Yeah.
Like, they or the Illuminati doesn't know they're the Illuminati exclusively.
Yeah.
They're also frustrated by other theys making decisions.
But it is a thing, though. There are powerful people that are pulling strings
Yeah,
and
but
making
it's
shit
not
happen.
an organized.
100%.
Hey, this is the group, and we're all a part of this group.
But they
And
disagree
we're meeting
with one
Thursday
another.
at 3.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
They're upset with each other.
Yeah.
They're like, oh wait, why the fuck did Raytheon get this shit?
Yeah.
We're Lockheed Martin.
Yeah.
Like, they're not the same days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's interpersonal.
They gave it to Raytheon.
That's why I was always saying like the easiest things of like Jews are actually going against Jews when it comes to like business dealings. It's not always a Jew against an other.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the same with like Kanye bringing up like all the things he's blaming the Jews that are part of it, whatever downfall in his business dealings. I was like, so are you giving them credit for helping you get to that point? And so they were a benefit then. And then they're a hindrance after. And I just know he actually had huge, great business partners in all of these fields.
The Jews were great for Kanye when they worked out the contracts to make him a billionaire, when they built the businesses that he got a piece of equity to become a billionaire, when he did all, they were great. And then the second he doesn't get his way, all of a sudden it's like the Jews are holding me down.
That's what I can pinpoint on each of them. And I'm like, all right. I think it's just these Jews that were in your life that were so beneficial just were like some of the other people that are like, yeah, you're crazy. I don't want to really be dealing with you anymore.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, what are they keeping you from? 3.4 billion?
Yeah. The idea that people protected Kanye, it's just so funny. It's like the same people are like, we have to take down these elites and whatever. And it's like, He's a billionaire.
Yeah.
We can't make fun of billionaires.
Multi-billionaire.
Yeah, he calls himself the richest black man ever. We can't make fun of the richest. Any of the richest after that, we will make fun of you.
Yes.
You are part of the elites now.
He's about to be the poorest.
CAA dropped him.
down,
I just saw that on Twitter.
Really?
Mark pulled it up. CAA dropped him, yeah.
What do you think happens though with right now? It's the whole call of like Adidas. What are you doing? If Adidas drops him, but then he gets control of Yeezy.
So that's why they can't drop him, because Adidas makes the sneakers for Yeezy. Yeezy is the clothing brand, so he gets the clothing. The sneakers that are through Yeezy are made through Adidas, which he gets a royalty on per sneaker.
Right.
So if they drop him, he gets to make his own sneakers. Now, knowing what we know about Kanye, which is he never wants to do anything himself, I don't think that he has the wherewithal to actually make them.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Yeah, it's like, so I don't think you're losing anything because he won't find the factory to do it. He wants a daddy. Like, Dove, Charney, make my shirt. Adidas, make my whatever. He don't want to put the fucking money up because when he did, he lost it all.
Yeah.
So he's still going to need a daddy, but he will have the rights to his shit.
Which
does he get the rights though? Like the ones that exist already. I think that stays with Adidas.
But any new stuff.
Yeah, any new stuff, yeah.
That's his.
I mean, they could theoretically just keep selling retro Yeezys and then give him all the new ones, and it's, go ahead.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, if they were like, if Jordan fell out like this, and Jordan was like, you're not gonna get any new Jordans, Nike would be like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not gonna get the Jordan 48. I'm sure that's gonna be fucking
He
crap.
buys the new shit anyway.
Yeah, you haven't had a great Jordan in 15 years. Who cares?
The classics make all the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Adidas could just drop them, I think, and you're gonna be fine.
All right, guys. Listen, I think that was a great episode. I got some stuff off my chest. Finally,
Well done.
that feels very good. Anything else before we get out of here?
No, I think we solved everything.
I think you just remind the dudes' mothers what they should be doing to you.
Or you could find peace in your heart.
Nah.
Should I forgive?
And you could forgive.
There's both options.
And you
There's
could
two options
you
on
could be
table.
the bigger person.
What are you gonna choose?
Yeah.
Well, just you let him decide.
Or
you know
turn
what I
the
mean?
other
He's a free
cheek.
thinker.
Or,
He's going
we'll give you one of our slogans, never again. So please.
Ooh.
Go for it.
Never again.
You die for humanity even though they hated you and they killed you in the first place.
Oh, shit. That's what Jesus did.
Powerful.
When they go low, the moms open their mouths.
Guys, it's been flagrant. Let's see you guys soon. Peace.